Hey, Chris, how you doing tonight?
Jealous, mad, pissed off because you guys getting the sourdough chocolate chip, man. I'm mad.
Well, I'm Jeff.
I'm Chris.
That's Chris.
Yeah.
Um,
What? What's it?
what's the matter? You a little upset? Shit, why is it
I'm highly upset,
turning
man.
true?
You get the sourdough chocolate chip? God, man. God bless you. God bless you.
Hey, I have a daughter that's a baker, man. She loves bacon. And I don't mean bacon like off of a pig. I mean baking.
Yeah, I
She's
get you,
good
Chris.
at it, too. You should see some of the cakes she makes.
I don't want none of the cake you make because I'm not getting none of it. Unless you FedEx.
No, you're not. It'll never make it out there. Even if I drive it out there, it won't make it there because I would survive on that on the way out there.
That's all right. I'm booking
Hello,
a flight.
everybody. Welcome to Friday night. Everybody, welcome to Friday Night Live. We are here. We are alive. We
Yes,
are
we
here
are.
for you and for your entertainment purposes this evening. So, hey, Chris.
You know what? You guys miss every Friday. I'm gonna say the same thing. Let's do this.
Well, everybody, we're back.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Why
By
can't I hear
popular
you?
demand.
Why can't I hear you?
You mute me?
All right, now I can. I don't know why there for a second. I couldn't hear you. So, let's check in with the chat real quick. So, checking in about 6 hours ago. It's Robert Pena. What's up, brother?
He's been all that time?
Yeah. Yes, and a reminder, don't forget to hit that like, the subscribe, share, whatever you need to do. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, starting shortly. That was my fault. I went out in the garage for a cigarette, waiting for the wife to come back. And even though she came, took the dog out, went back in the house, and then also my phone rings. It's Chris. What are you doing? I said, I'm sitting on the garage. He goes, it's showtime. I'm like, oh shit. I'll be right
Don't
there.
panic because I was playing a game with my buddy trying to do a quest and I looked at the clock. I'm like, oh shit, I'm like 5 minutes late. Let me get out of here. I just got in.
Were you
So
playing Farming Simulator?
no, I was actually playing Destiny 2.
Oh, Jesus. Man, I created a monster.
Who,
Got you
me?
playing Warships, and now you're playing Destiny 2. And
Look, I've been playing Destiny since it first came out like 10, 11 years ago. I've been playing it all for years.
there you go. Did you say Diablo?
Destiny.
Uh,
You have it on
Marcus
the
Marcus Banks is in the house. What's up, Marcus?
Marcus.
Rock is here. What's up, Rock? Where am I? Billy Davis is checking in. What's
Hey
up,
Billy,
Billy?
what's going on, brother?
Ardell is in the house. What's up, Ardell? And yeah,
Ardell,
Robert Pena, we're going to definitely touch on that subject. Absolutely.
yeah, definitely.
Jess, or otherwise known as Chewy, he'll be on with us in a few moments. I sent him the link earlier. He wanted to come on. And I do have an update, Robert, on Little Raider. I'm going to do that first as soon as we're done going through the chat here. Let's see. The link is still posted at the top of the chat for the GoFundMe. So anybody that wants to, and I'll give an update on how that's going too, because it's actually going pretty damn well. Dixon Sight is in the house. What's up, Dixon?
Hey, Dixon.
Let's see who else. It's pretty much it that's checked in so far. Dixon, I gotta ask you a question. I know I saw you in the chat one day on this particular show. How often do you watch Portland Andy? Because I'm hooked on that damn channel. I absolutely love watching that. I watch it all the time now. He's on live right now, unfortunately. Raider Pete's in the house. What's up, Raider Pete?
Hey, Ray Pete, what's up? He's always online. I watch him like one time. He's still online, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, damn.
Oh yeah, dude. He goes on for hours. I mean, he's got 72, almost 73,000 subscribers. I can't even imagine how many members he has, paid members. The super chats he get are nonstop.
He's the new news channel because he reports there. He don't really comment a lot of time, but he does report a lot of stuff that's going around the world, which we need to hear because it's not watered down like some of the news stations do. We don't show you that. Nope. He shows the whole thing.
Dude, it is awesome. The pure entertainment value right now with all these different protests and riots and everything going on.
But still, you get to see
Portland Andy Dixon. I could have sworn that was you I saw in the unless someone else has that exact same name, but I could have sworn it was you because it looked like your picture. I don't know.
But he shows
if you don't want me to out you, then I won't say it. That's fine.
He shows the unfiltered. You know, like I said, you might see a protest on news, but they only show like bits and pieces. He's showing the whole damn thing, so you get a feel for it.
Last night was great because they're protesting outside this hotel in LA that's supposedly ICE agents are sleeping at. So they're outside protesting. Well, now this, all right, must be someone else then. All right. So they're sitting, this mother with her daughter, they get their TikTok going, and they're sitting in their hotel room videoing the people out front. Well, someone out front is videoing the front of the building, and you can see them in the window. Well, while they're in the window, the people down on the ground are flashing these LED flashlights right in their eyes. And like, because they're supposed to be there making all this noise to keep the ICE agents awake and everything. Well, what's ended up happening is it's keeping people that are there. Like, she just flew in from Florida. They just got to the hotel, and this is what they're confronted with. And it got to the point where they were just instigating or just pissing off this mother. And it's just like, you see the opposite side of it. You think that you're affecting an ICE agent, but you're affecting someone that's there on vacation. Now they got to change hotels, and it's a nightmare. I felt bad for the mother. I really did, because they didn't know any of that was going on there.
Yeah, I don't want to get political, but protests are part of our country's right. But sometimes they can go overboard. We're like, dude,
you go a little too far.
You want to do all that. Protest what you believe in and let it go. So I don't want to get political because I'm done with politics. But anyway, back to.
I just thought it was funny when I watched that. It was that kind of comical. What's up, Malo? How you doing, brother? So, update on Raider. All right. I did get a message earlier today from Devin, the dad. Raider made it through his surgery with flying colors today. I'll read you exactly what he said so I don't mix any words here. Let's see. So at about a little after 1 o'clock today, he goes, Raider's surgery went great. He's already done. He'll be asleep till tonight. The surgery went very smooth. All holes have been closed. His aorta is fixed. Doctor thinks he shouldn't have any more complications. So I asked him, I said, so going forward, no more surgeries or too soon to tell. He said, no more heart surgeries. At this point, he still needs to get his G-tube removed, which will be another surgery. Then after that, the doctor says it's all going to be on how he responds. But from what it looks like, Raider won't need anything else. So
That's awesome news.
Yep. Then about 6 o'clock, he sent me another message saying, "So Raider is already off the oxygen machine. He's doing so good. Doctors are saying this. They're super impressed. Raider is just a true fighter. They had to give him 3 doses of morphine because he was fighting so hard to sit up, and he can't yet." So he just sent me literally just before we went live. He sent me a picture, and I'll hold it up to the phone so you can see it. There's the little guy. If you can see his chest, that's an incision going right down the center of his chest. See it?
Yep. I see it.
So they had to really cut his chest open this time. So this was a super invasive surgery. This is the first time they actually had to crack his chest open. Prior to that, it was all without having to do that. So, I got to send him the link.
Cool. That's awesome, man. That's the future of the Raider Nation right there, sitting right there.
Yeah. So the little man's doing really good. Thank God. So everything went well. Just give me a second. I want to send him the link so they can come into the show. They're not gonna come on because he's still so tired and everything, but they're gonna watch us.
I pinned Chronicles of Black Coast chat. We'll get to that later. We're updating right now. But yeah. Read that pin when you get a chance.
Shoot, can't I share it? I'm gonna do it this way.
Somebody's in the building.
Yes.
Chewy, you ready to come in? Thumbs up. Welcome, Chewy.
Salute, everybody. What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much, man. Just, it's Friday. Ready to get loose.
Just doing a little update on Little Raider, man. That's all. Better than that, we'll get, the show.
All right, so I sent them the link so they'll be able to watch us. So like I said, everything went good. Raiders in good spirits right now, thank God. So maybe we'll see what he's like tomorrow. Oh, there they are. They're in the channel right now. There's Raiders mama right there. There you go. So I just filled them in as to what Devin told me and how everything went today. So we're super excited that it all went well. I went on Gravy's show earlier today and shared the link on there, talked about the whole situation and what was going on with him. So I'm trying to do the rounds of getting on different shows and bringing attention to everybody. So I just ask anybody that's got their own channel that's watching, or anybody that's in any of the chats, check and see if it's okay with whoever's hosting. If you can post it, if they need explanation on what it is, they can reach out to me. Put it on your Facebooks, whatever social media you have, feel free to share it, please. The more we share it, the more we can get people involved to help out with this. So again, we've gotten a few more donations today. So since we started it Wednesday night, it's up to 230 in there right now. So that'll definitely help them out as much as possible. So I'm going to put the link in here again so we don't forget.
That's how we do Rare Mama. With Rare Nations of Rare family. We take care of each other. So that's how we do it.
I explained it to Gravy today. He kind of had a gist of what was going on based on watching us last night. So he was all for it. So we talked it up for a little bit today on his channel. And like I said, I posted the link there too. So hopefully we get more people involved. And so it's all good news today, folks. So that's the good thing. It's all real good news, and couldn't be happier right now. Someone said something in the chat.
We got some bad news too.
No, I pinned it. That was
no, this one. Robert Pena. He said, yeah, my nephew's 19 years old, had the same defect little Raider had when he was born at the Children's Hospital. Helped him throughout all the years. The technology for repairing valves is amazing now. Oh, yeah. Go back 15, 20 years ago. Totally different situation. It's so much more invasive back then versus what it is now. Now, don't get me wrong. He's got a serious incision on his chest now.
Yeah.
That's going to take time to heal. And being as young as he is, he's not going to understand why that's there. At 3 years old. So that's going to be uncomfortable as a parent to have to deal with that too.
But he's alive and he's kicking. That's that all that matters. He's alive and kicking.
Strong kid.
Yep, there you go.
Well, again, we're doing this for you guys because it's something that touched my heart the first time Devin came out and explained the story in the show. And it's something that, whenever he would come on, I would purposely make sure to ask him how Raider was doing and everything. And I've stayed on top of it as best as I could. And, speaking with you guys outside of, the shows and everything. And, last time I talked to him a couple of weeks ago when we were talking, and I'm like, I got to do more. There's got to be more that can be done.
Yeah,
not so much.
When he mentioned that story, I think I was on your show or someone's show that he mentioned that story. I kind of left and kind of just thought about what that was my child. What was that? Somebody I knew personally. How would I feel about it? Now the fact named Little Raider, that's even awesome too. But how would you feel if that one of your nephews or your nieces or even your own child going through what they're going through? And I have sympathy for them. Sometimes, it almost brought me to tears. Damn. And I was thinking that before surgery, hopefully he pulls out because that shouldn't happen to anybody, especially a child that don't even know what's going on in the world.
Yeah, again, especially that young, they don't understand, what's going on and, why this has happened to me. They can't convey that information to you either, Bailey. They're not, they can talk, but for them to articulate those words into something that you'd be able to understand what they're going through, they just don't have that functionality yet.
That's all saying. They know not yet of the world. That's all saying. They know not yet of the world. They don't know. They don't know there's a protest going on right now in LA. They don't know any of that stuff. They just know that they're alive. They see mommy and daddy, and they're happy.
Yeah.
They don't know why they got tubes stuck in them and why they got to put to sleep. They don't understand none of that. And like I said, I gave myself in his shoes, but I know one thing: he's a Raider. He's strong. He will pull through and be healthy.
Yep. So I'm excited for the future. What's going to happen with this young man? I'm going to follow this until the day I'm no longer here. What this little man turns into as a teenager, an adult, and as long as I'm on this earth, I'll be staying in touch with him for sure to find out how he's doing. So
great, yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so I thank everybody that's donated, anybody that will in the future. We appreciate you. Just remember, you're having an impact on a family that's going through some serious hard times right now. I'm sure it's not easy for a parent. It's going to be scary. So anything we do that makes their life easier, the better.
Yeah.
So anytime you child go to the hospital, man, it's not easy on a parent because you don't know what's going to happen. Because the kid can't really tell you what's going on. So,
Yo, Jeff. You can send me that link personally. Because I can't click on it. It won't let me. If you can send it to me personally after the show or whatever, I'll
Yeah, anybody that if you're on your computers or whatever, Chewy, I just sent Jess, I sent it to you in Discord.
Cool.
It's in the description for the show tonight, so the link is in there for the GoFundMe. So go ahead and hit that up whenever you want. It's in there. Like I said, it is pinned to the top of the chat too. So,
and that's what it's all about. We're a Red Nation, but it's all about family too. That's the main focus. We're all about family. We can root for our team. Our team might be bad, might suck, but you know what? As long as the family doing good, we're all doing good.
If you want to bring up what OG was talking about, I'll really go for it.
Oh no, it was just funny what he said. It wasn't that important, but I'll bring it up. It was saying that what if the Chiefs are staying in a hotel in Vegas? Can we keep them up with the protest? Yeah, maybe.
We could definitely when the time comes, we can tell the protesters that ICE is in ICE is in that hotel. Yeah.
I can say you can say, hey, you don't have a Holmes and Kelsey or undercover ICE agents.
Yeah. You're right, Robert Pena. We may be dysfunctional at times, but we're still human beings and we're Raiders. So
Well, the
playing
only way you can be a Raider fan is be dysfunctional, man. That's how you get in the club.
Yep. So I know we missed a few people that jumped in the chat while we were giving the update on Raider. I apologize if we didn't call you out, but I know Shop Key's in here.
Okay, I got it. I got it, Jeff. I got it.
You got it. Go ahead.
Okay. Stacey H in the house. What's up, Stacey H?
Stacey, how you doing?
What's up? Yeah. Pretty much you got almost everybody that popped in. Nobody knew. This guy, right here, kick him off the show.
Who?
This guy right here, you gotta kick him off. I don't like it.
It's that guy. He follows me everywhere.
Yeah. Always in the chat. Always.
Every time I go on a live show, some bald black douche comes and jumps in the channel.
Right? I had the same problem. That same dude.
What's up, Dave? What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's going on?
He hit me up earlier.
When you take your hat off, Jeff, you guys almost match.
What was that, Jess?
I said when you take the hat off, you guys are almost, twins.
Yeah. Just give me one day in the sun and I'll
you'll be there.
There you go. It's that Portuguese blood in me.
Give me 20 day. Yeah, give me 20 years in the shade and I'll probably be like that. So.
Yeah, that's right. Dave's moving out this way. He's coming out to the East Coast. He's in what are you in Phoenix right now? Arizona, right?
Oh,
so I know he's moving out here for a job of, I believe he said.
Hey, you guys some email.
Look whose name's back.
I got to see.
What's good, brother?
Hey, Carlton Black Hole, you got to send me the emails again, man. You send me emails, put it in a private. Well, you're not on screen, but I see the emails and not going through. I don't know what your spelling's wrong or what, but send me emails again, dude. Anyway. Oh, Bueno was
in the house. Can you kill it? No.
Get your name back, Bueno. You're not Bruno no more.
What do you know? He's back to normal. Feels good to be back. Hey, here's a hint. Don't change your name again.
He's gonna do it again. He'll do it again. That's the way he is. That's the way he is.
So, Jess, what do you got going on? How you been?
I'm just chilling. Not much. I'm just fucking around. Nah, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah, just I don't really got too much scheduled. I just kind of when news pops up, I'll go live. A lot of people have been checking me out. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, like really what I'm waiting for is preseason so I can start doing these game reviews, pregame, postgame. And then, like I said, just to make it a little interesting, I'm going to be doing I'll be doing postgame and pregame on the top game of the week outside of Raiders football. So whatever game was the most exciting, I'll do something for that too. And But yeah, man, other than that, off season's slow. This is my first year doing it, bro, so I'm pretty fucking excited.
Yeah, I'm with you on you.
But like I hear everyone say, it's slow off season. All the content creators will shoot me, their little advice. But yeah, once preseason starts, I'll be in motion.
Okay, so we got a Bronco fan here. That's fine.
What's up, Justin?
That's cool, Justin. Welcome to the channel, man. We can talk football if you want to, So this is a Raider channel.
Have you thought about going back over some of the games from last year and just do like a pre-recorded thing and then just delete it, like not actually post it, just to kind of see, go back and watch it yourself?
I get what you're saying. Like pre-record one from last year, but just keep it as private.
Yeah, and then just delete it when you don't want, so you can sit there and watch it as if you were somebody that's just watching it off of your channel and just see what you think and tweak it that way too.
That's
like pretty much like practice, because you're going to go a little bit more in depth than like what Chris and I do.
Yeah.
I don't break down film unless it's a ridiculous play that it might come up.
Yeah. Like I don't really plan on breaking down film like that. But I'm definitely going to cover, every quarter.
I'm here too, Raph.
Go into go into stats, player stats, what I think they're going to get pregame, and then what they got postgame. And then for all the people who do gamble, I do bets every week on Price Picks and Underdog.
Yeah.
So I'll probably touch up with that too, and that'll be some content for all the gamblers out there if they want to follow in on what I'm betting on that week and things like that. Try to do something a little different. But yeah, that's really all I got planned, man. Like I said, it's my first year. I'm pretty excited, and we'll see where this thing takes me.
So, one other question: do you guys trust Jeff's buddy Mitch when he said Wilkins may be out for the season because he needs a second surgery?
I was just going to bring that up too. That's pretty much the biggest thing that's popped today.
That's the bad news.
Yeah, I saw somebody post from Mitch, and I was like, nah, it can't be for real. I don't trust it. You're like, my sources say, and then now I'm hearing it all over the place now.
Yeah, it's real.
It seems to be a confirmed thing.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
So it's confirmed.
This is what I've been saying for the last few days. This is my worst fears: is if they start talking that he's going to need a second surgery, then we're looking in a different direction now.
Well, that means that the other guys got to step up.
He'll pretty much miss the whole season, though. I'm thinking with the second surgery, and then they're gonna have to give him time to heal, and yeah, he'll pretty much be out.
Well, that's why they probably brought a bunch of D tackles just to make sure, because they kind of suspected that all along. They brought D tackles in. They got this guy, these guys. So we signed Adam Butler. So they say, well, he might not play this season. So that's why they got just to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, they got Tonka. We got Fotu.
Okay.
When I was on with Gravy today, we talked about this at length. And then he brought up a name that I wasn't really considering it, prior to, but now I definitely get it. I mean, in all honesty, he's still out there. I would take a flyer on Canadian Clowney. He's not going to be a full fill-in for Wilkerson, but you know what you're getting with him. You're getting a guy that's still got, plenty left in the tank, can go in there and really do something, for the season to help us out. So I wouldn't be as opposed to that at all.
Well, you figure they're gonna rotate a lot of people in now, so they'll fill certain needs. But right quick, I'm gonna this question right quick. Do you feel like you guys missed out on Sure Sounds? Hell no.
No.
Hell no. We missed out. We missed out on.
Nope.
We missed out on a speeding ticket. That's what we missed out on.
Two. He's got a second one now.
You got another one?
Really?
Yeah. It's saying he's got a couple already.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So basically, it's another Henry Ruggs situation. I'm good with that. We missed
out on a felon, boys.
Yeah.
We don't need that. We don't need that news anymore. We don't need that little interruptions in our system.
Yeah. No, I'm good with that.
I wanted him at first too. I'm not gonna lie.
Devin said that Mitchell Renz from Raiders Report is good people. So checks in on Raider from time to time. Also talked about our daughter when she passed. So he's good people. I don't have a problem with him, to be honest with you. I just have a problem with that whole chat sport thing. And although his voice seems kind of phony when he's on there, it just makes me kind of giggle a little bit when he starts talking. Talks like that 1940s baseball announcer. And, why do you make it that play? And it's just the way he does it. I can't even do it right now.
Have you watched his Madden, his Rens that he did?
No, not today. I did see that. It did come up as a suggestion for today, but no, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
What was the final outcome on that?
I know I watched the old one with the Chiefs from last week. I didn't watch the
because today was Denver, I believe, is what popped up.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
I ended up on Gravy's show, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, shout out Gravy, bro.
My biggest issue is with that goofball Chubbs that sits up in the corner. That's a Texans fan. That's the one I got the biggest issue with. That's pretty much why I don't watch that show, is because of him. That guy just annoys the shit out of me.
Sitting up there.
You know, he's the one that's banned me, so it kicked me off the show a couple of times.
Oh, really? You got
Yeah.
kicked off the show?
Yeah, I don't sugarcoat it. Bueno was in the channel when it happened. I think Marcus might have been too. There's a few guys from our shows that were in there watching when I got put in timeout. Like I was a bad boy. Like, oh, you're in timeout now. So getting back to Wilkins, I'm a little nervous now. I mean, it's the one thing that I said that would truly affect on how I felt about the defense. But with that being said about the defense, I'm still a firm believer that our offense was going to, whether Wilkins was there or not, I still think our offense was going to outshine our defense this year. I really do. You know, Gravy and I covered it at great lengths today when we were talking about it. It's like he started naming like the possibilities with all these different players. And I said, look at who you haven't even named yet. And you're talking Betts, you're talking Jacoby, you're talking Thornton. Yeah. You haven't even mentioned Bowers in that conversation, which he hadn't at that point yet. Hadn't even mentioned Genty, and didn't even mention Gino. We were just talking the wide receivers.
And what about our center?
Huh?
What about our center too?
Yeah, but I'm talking the skill positions, like the offensive firepower that we're gonna have.
Yeah.
He was talking about that, and I'm like, you haven't even mentioned our main guys from last season being Brock Bowers, and now you bring in Genty, and then you bring in Gino to that mix. That adds another whole dimension too,
Yeah.
So it's like, you're sitting here talking about all this firepower with the wide receivers and everything. That's just a small aspect of the offense. I don't see the defense having to be out on the field as much as they have been in the past year.
And that's what killed us.
That speaks volumes right there.
Yeah, but you know what? I was watching the show today. Pro Football Network got us ranked 29th in offense for next year. 29th.
Oh, that's tough.
I'm fine with that because we don't know what we got anyway. But you know what? 29th is pretty below.
They're basing that because we're probably gonna have 2 starting rookies out on receivers.
No, they're basing that because they got no offense and a whole new scheme and a whole new quarterback. That's what they're basing it off of, basically, because you got to look at it. It's not like last year's quarterback come back in, from last year. We got a new offensive coordinator, a new head coach, and everything else. Patriots were ranked above us because Jake May is going back for his second season, so that's why they're ranked above us. They're looking at you got a new running back, you got a new core receiver, like you said. We got the only thing that was decent is that we had Brock Bowers return, Mike Mayers, and Jacoby Myers. Tucker didn't even count in the mix. Boy, they mentioned them, but they're saying basically the whole new offensive line was horrible. We got a new offensive line, so that's what they're basing off of. Yeah, that's fine. You can base it 29. We'll see what happens at the end of the season.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
I don't, but let them say what they want to say.
Dave, yeah, he's it's the same foot injury. Supposedly he's out of complications.
Second surgery.
Talking about having to do a second surgery. So we'll see. They still haven't said yes, a definite or no. It's just the rumors that it sounds like he's going to have to. But it's not just one person reporting and then you're not hearing anything. It's multiple people now saying this. So again, until the Raiders say it themselves that, we're putting him on the IR for now because he's going in for a second surgery, I won't believe it until it happens. But it's weighing in the back of your mind that shit, we're going to possibly be without him again, for a whole season possibly this time.
There's 2 things that got to happen right now. One, promo.
I got to hit the lottery?
No, promo.
Promo time.
You're right. Nightbot, where are you? Where's my Nightbot? My Dunkin' Donuts promo. This guy runs on Dunkin'.
And 2, this is a pull-up show, so are you ready to post a pull-up?
Huh?
You ready to post a pull-up? Or are we going to wait?
We'll pull up.
It's open
What's
mic.
going on here? What's going on? I'm lost.
It's open mic night.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. You can put it in there.
That's what I'm just asking.
I've already sent the link to a bunch of other
Because
people.
you are the president.
Jeff's Hollywood.
There's the link, guys. You want to pull up? Go ahead. I'm posting in my chat too.
Speaking of that, yes. So something came in the mail for me today. I ordered it the other day.
Let me see that.
Oh, your
It's the
batch?
big one. It's the big 12 patch that's going to go on the back of my vest. I bought myself a denim biker vest the other day.
Nice.
So that's going to go on the back. So I've been wanting. I was going to do it for the Booster Club, but we don't have a big patch like that, and it would cost me a fortune to have that one patch made. Whereas I could just buy this one for $30, and I have it. So
get it sewed on. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I just got to take it. I'll take it back to the place I bought the vest from. Have her put this patch on. I got a few others I want to put on, and go from there, including this one. I got the El Presidente one.
Oh, sick.
That I'll be putting on. Yep. Fuck, I figured everybody else and their brothers wearing these type of vests and shit. So, time for me to get one.
Hey, so who do you see going?
Some people think they're they're bikers and wear a gang and everything, but that's not the thing. That's not what it's perceived.
As long as you're with the Rockers, you're fine. What was that, Chewy? What you gonna say?
I was gonna say, so who, like, Wilkins is obviously gonna be out. So who do you guys like see filling in the shoes right there?
Nobody really. I think they're gonna rotate. I think they're gonna do a lot of rotational pieces. That's why they brought those guys in. I think they're gonna rotate it out and to see who's the best fit for that scheme they're running that day. It might be Tonka, it might be Butler's gonna be there regardless.
Screw you, Bruno. No Tyree. He's done.
Yeah, fuck Tyree.
No, he's not. He's gonna play edge.
He's gonna play though, for sure. They're gonna use Tyree a lot this year, I think, because this is his year to prove if he's gonna be a Raider still.
Oh yeah, he 1 year out. He's gone. If he can make it through the preseason.
That's why they're gonna play him a lot. I think they'll play Tyree a lot, honestly.
There he is.
What's up, OG?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I can't stay long because it's 90 some odd degrees here and it's hot and I gotta wear this headset to make have any sound with you. I hate that.
That's right.
Anyway, but
what's up, Arnie? Long time no see, Arnie.
Don't give up on Tyree yet. I just let's wait and see. If he ain't no good this year, yeah, get rid of him. But otherwise, let's see if he's made any progress. I mean, the guy's first year, he was thrown into the fire, played hurt. Second year, he needed a lot more work on his get off. And hopefully,
number 7 overall pick.
Hey,
again, number 7 overall pick, and here we are at the start of season 3. Then we're still at that point of let's wait and see.
Well, all right. Well, okay. Colton Miller. Do you remember the first year when he was drafted as a rookie? Every Raider Nation wanted to hang him.
Grade him. They said get rid of him.
The second year, they were like, he ain't good enough. Third year, oh, why isn't he in the Pro Bowl? Shut up. Stupid. There, look at that's a difference between a Raiders fan and a cockroach in a Raiders hat. And those aren't my words. It's something I learned from someone else.
OG, remember Woods came to the league. When Woods came to the league, his first year was not impressive at all. His second year was a little bit average. He didn't take off to his third year. That's when he started being dominant.
Oh, Cliff Branch couldn't catch a ball for the first 2 years he played.
Cliff Branch was a waste of draft for the guy. Like, why you pick him?
He wasn't a draft. He wasn't a draft. He was an undrafted free agent.
Right, ZDFA. That's right.
That's right. But look what happened year 3. Speed kills was everywhere. Give the guy 1 year. Let's just see if he.
I don't think he will develop when McDermott got him. You know what McDermott got him? Well, was
McDumbass.
Yeah, I don't think he was develop right. You know, the organization wasn't a shithole. They were like, they know what they say. Threw him in a fire.
Right.
He posted about Chandler Jones to learn, but then Chandler Jones took some of that nut juice and went crazy. So
Chandler's
he had no
shuffling
idea.
around in Chandler's shuffling around in paper slippers.
Yeah. So other than that, he didn't get a chance to learn. They threw him in there.
Yeah.
The same thing happened to Ja'Cory Bennett. Everybody, why you draft him his first year? They got thrown into the fire. Second year, he improved.
Yeah. But and again, Tyree said he's been working with Max. Give it a chance.
Yeah,
In the off season.
They've been working though.
Right.
So, but here's my comparison. Tyree, number 7 overall in the 2023 draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he gets outplayed by a 3rd rounder in Kuntz, whereas Kuntz is the starter and not him.
Right.
You know,
He's going to be the breakout this year.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, Kuntz sat for years. Kuntz was drafted. He didn't even get a chance to snip the ball for like a couple of years.
Right.
So he got drafted in 2021, but again, so that was he sat for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But again, 3rd round pick. That's different. You know, when you're picked that high in the draft, all right. So in 2 years from now, or 3 years, or we're still like, oh, we need to see something from Genty. Shit, no, we don't. He's number 6 overall. We should see something from him. I want to see something from him first game. If we're taking a player that high in the draft, that son of a bitch better be phenomenal from day one. Plain and simple.
Okay,
that's how it's
no.
That's immediate gratification on players drafted that early.
That's quarterback. It's not that. This is a different position. We don't compare it to defensive lineman. Like I said, Christian Wilson came out, and I don't know when he was picked for Miami, but his first 2 years wasn't stellar. Until his 3rd year, that's when his name blew up. Like Christian Wilkins dominated. So you gotta look at the defense. Running backs and wide receivers a little different.
Wilkins came out in 2019.
Right. Yeah. Well, you can put Tyree, rotate him in and out as a interior in the interior if it isn't working out great. But as far as Genty, look, man, give him 4 or 5 games to get used to the speed of the game. I'm just saying. And besides, realistically, nobody knows what they have. No team, all 32 teams in the NFL, no team knows what they have until starting around week 4, week 5. Yeah. Everybody's getting used to it, and you'll see teams come out and kick that butt and fall off a cliff. Then you'll see teams that look like horrible and tear it up.
It's like Detroit guy said. This team went through the same thing with Javion Clowney. Everybody that was high on him, the young man that took him about 4 years to even show something.
Mm-hmm.
So, it depends. It depends on our team and the development and what they do.
So real quick on Wilkins, 2019 was his rookie year. He played in 16 games, started 14. So he didn't sit for any length of time. He played in 16 out of 17 games. Mm-hmm. Had 56 combined tackles that year.
Mm-hmm.
2 sacks. So this is a rookie coming in on a Miami Dolphins defense that in 2019 they went
Okay.
But he started to make that difference.
I got a question. Wilkins, this whole thing was started, it came out with Mitchell Renz, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what some people heard it for the
Now you're saying everybody's talking about it. Well, wait, are these people that are in the know, or are these people who just heard Mitchell Renz?
No, it's other people. It's not just people that heard it.
It's other people
like
heard.
It's other insiders that are saying it now.
Okay, insiders. Okay, I'll listen to every insider except for Hondo Carpenter. But I can't.
The guy works in the building and he's still always wrong.
Yeah, that I can't deal with Hondo. But anyway,
what's up, All Eyes?
Hey, everybody in chat, how's it going, man?
Okay, so what about Tyree going in there with Pete Carroll? Do you think that's going to change anything about him at all?
Hold on a minute. Before I cut you, I'm going to cut you off. Hold on a minute.
You good, bro. Go ahead.
OG, paste your email in my thing because I sent you multiple emails that won't go through. In a private. Do in a private.
Private chat. Okay. I'm going to put it in.
I'm sorry, cut you. Go ahead.
No. I was saying, so as we know, we got a new head coach. Do you think with Pete Carroll having a defensive mind, you think that'll help Tyree at all?
You asking me or everybody?
Everybody, yeah.
I don't.
No, that
He's a defensive-minded coach, but he's more of a secondary guy.
Yeah, he's a
I
DB
respect
coach.
what he can do in the secondary.
Yeah. And maybe
Again, Tyree's been here 3 years now, and he's been with Patrick Graham all 3 years. If anybody's going to have an impact on him, it's going to be that.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's more like the DBs and a little bit of linebackers. He doesn't really do a defensive line.
Okay, well, who's his defensive line coach?
No, Leonard, isn't it?
Leonard.
Okay, he'll fix him or he won't. He'll either fix him.
He's also been there the last couple of years too.
Okay, well then let's. Okay, hey, you guys might be right about Tyree. I may be wrong. I'm not somebody who's going to insist he's right when he ain't. It just I'm going to give it. You give a player 3 years to develop, you'll know he's either garbage or he's good.
Exactly.
That's why I'm going to give him that 3-year window.
So Arnie
he's on his last leg.
So Arnie got a question. Banner, which position most worries you?
Defensive line.
Now defensive line. It wasn't linebackers. Now we're about defensive line.
Yeah, we moved on to a different position every week. It seems like.
I was thinking quarterback. Oh yeah, it's the D line, no doubt.
I'm not really. I don't know, man. Like, okay, not last year, but the year before, we had the highest scoring defensive line in the NFL. Butler and what's his name?
Jenkins.
Jenkins. Yeah, Jenkins gone now, right?
Yeah.
He's
but 90 years old, so yeah, it was time for him to go.
But he got that touchdown 2 years ago against Kansas City.
Yeah, you're still serviceable. I will give you that for sure.
I love that. I'm sorry, that was one of my favorite games I've ever watched, and I've been watching them for over 50 years.
Dixon, sorry, why you about the wide receiver room? I thought they were good on that.
Yeah, we might be okay. If they do what they got to do, we'll be good.
For the cornerback room, maybe I see little concerns, but I don't that the defensive lineup. Because I tell you one thing, look at Philadelphia. They did last year. They defense is pretty good, and started 2 rookie cornerbacks.
Well, I'm still a little.
So if they get pressure on a quarterback, like Jeff said a while back, a few weeks ago, if the defense line get pressure on a quarterback, then the cornerbacks can be just average because you got pressure on the quarterback where you got like throw a ball in a hurry or get sacked.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still worried about the corners. I mean, you're talking Eric Stokes and Bennett. You two. This is why I really wish we could get Ramsey. But you put Ramsey out there and sit Stokes behind him. Now we got something. Now you've got a bona fide guy on the left. If he plays the right side, where Stokes is going to be scheduled to be. You got Bennett on the left, and now your safeties can kind of just keep an eye on the left side because your right side is going to be solid with Ramsey over there.
Oh yeah,
and that's what Gravy and I were talking about today. I'd feel a hell of a lot more secure in that situation.
Well, you could have Ramsey. You get Ramsey, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if we have to play the Carolina Panthers, don't put him in there because Hunter Renfrow hung his ass out to dry the last time they played.
Hunter Renfrow won't get off the line.
What are you talking about?
Because we'll know how to shut him down. I'm telling you, we'll be in his face. We know what it takes to knock him off his game plan. So you need to do it.
Though. He was a dog, though.
He beat up. He made Ramsey look like a punk.
He hasn't played in 2 years.
When he was on the Raiders, I was feeling him that
he was fighting an autoimmune deficiency problem that he had to take that time off. But realistically, last time he played against Ramsey, he made Ramsey look like a punk.
A few receivers did in the past, so But one thing we're looking for, we get young DBs in the room. We do need that veteran presence. We tried with Marcus Matador Peterson last year, and that didn't work. So we need at least that veteran presence.
We do. because when it comes, if it ever comes down to a playoff game or a wild card game, whatever, you got some young, inexperienced guy. Somebody's gonna pull a stunt on him and beat our asses.
Right.
I've seen that before. Jesus, I've seen everything.
Yeah, we've
This
been
is
around
my
for a while. We've been around for a while.
I've only
So
been
we
following
gotta
the Raiders.
I don't think our wide receiver room is going to be cooked if something happens to Jacoby.
No. Why
I
would
really
not?
don't.
Nope.
I'm not worried about the wide receivers.
We
You
picked
know
up
what
Raiders.
happens if something happens to Jacoby? Guess what? Brock Bowers becomes even more integral part of that offense. Is what
But then you
happens.
got Jack Best there. You got some few guys there, so I wouldn't even worry about it.
Right. You also got don't forget Mayer. I'm sorry.
Mayor.
2 years in a row, we took the best 2 tight ends out of college. Mayer and then Bowers. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. What was it? What's his name said? Our new offensive coordinator. He said, "You can use 2 tight ends in a game, in an offense." And he smiled like, "Is that a hint? Is that a hint?"
Well, they might go 12, they might go 11, they might go 13. We don't know what they're going to do. And that's
Nope.
that's the whole function of this offensive coordinator. I like that he's not saying what we're going to do.
Mm-mm.
So
Don't forget, Dixie, you still got
teams
Tucker in
on
that
defense
mix
is to
too. So
keep.
you still have a veteran presence at wide receiver.
Yep.
I know a lot of people are burned on Tucker and don't want him anymore, but he's still there. He's
I
still a
would say
veteran.
watch out for Tucker this year, though.
I would not let Tucker go.
I wouldn't. I like Tucker.
No. He just had a bad deal because he had a quarterback that can't throw the
That's
ball
what I'm
to
saying.
him.
This year he might be the one that surprises everybody.
They got him doing punt returns right now too.
Uh-huh.
I
They
think
got Tommy
Tommy
Malott doing kick returns.
Hey, Malott's he's a good motherfucker.
Last week they had Malott slated to do both on the depth chart, kick
Yeah.
and punt.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
they got Tucker doing punt and Malott doing kickoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But sure, you watched the whole film last year. You saw when Tucker was down deep, what he had to do when Minshew was throwing the ball. Even AOC, he had a guy beat 3-4 yards down the field. But what he had to do, he had to slow down and stop to catch the ball because it was under.
Tucker has speed. Tucker has speed.
Yeah, but
Marlo, I'm gonna come to California.
Nobody throw him deep. He's like, well, he's a deep guy, but nobody's throwing the ball deep to him.
Right. They couldn't get it to him.
Now we got a quarterback that could do that.
Yeah,
right. And don't forget, we've got another guy who's just as fast, but he's 6'5".
And we got a running back that people are gonna
bounce
pay
off.
a lot of attention to.
That's what I like the direction we're going in because who they picked up, why they picked them up, I can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
The best way to be defense, keep them damn guessing. Make that defense coordinator, man, take what's those things called for your stomach and ulcers, Tums. Make it have a whole Costco bottle of Tums in there. Make them cause ulcers because you don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And
so
the
that's
thing
what I
is,
like.
we are loaded with weapons. We are really loaded with good weapons. I'm not kidding, man. As far as offense, I'm more worried about our defense, but we'll see how well Coach Pete can coach up that secondary.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't hate this team. Okay, I remember when I was still active doing my shows, and I remember Josh McDaniels and came in, and they had that meeting, and I told everybody in my audience, a lot of guys thought I was a jerk or dumb. I said, it just felt like a corporate takeover. Like there's something not right about this guy. I don't like this. No, and everybody thought I was crazy.
Everybody did. Even just said it. Just like I said it. Like you looked at it, the press conference. It just looked phony.
A corporate takeover. Yeah. They want a bunch of people sitting around with the glassy look in their eye, just nodding yes. It was crazy. It was like, no, this is bad.
Well, if you notice, the last two hires, you know where Mark Davis was? Not in the picture, but that particular one, he was sitting between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Between Ziegler and he's just sitting right there, make sure that answer the questions right.
Mm-hmm.
This look phony.
Yep. Now, I'm sorry. One of the biggest mistakes we made was not giving Bisaccia a shot. And I think that's the reason AB or AP got that chance because Mark knew he screwed up getting rid of Bisaccia.
Mm. Mark looked out his office window and saw the gallows out there where to hang him because you messed up by hiring Versace and then hiring Josh McDaniels. So when the whole stadium was screaming AP that last game of the season against Denver, he knew what he had to do.
Right.
Not saying he wanted to, but he had no choice. You
Right.
either AP or you better get a better coach than we've been doing.
Or you better disappear, take off out of town for a while.
We know where he lives. You got that big house that looks like a stick. What was that house, Jeff? The picture you had? You saw that picture? Mark
The
Davis
one that's
house?
supposed to look like a Star Wars destroyer.
It looked like the stadium, like the health center.
Oh, really?
It looked like crazy. Dude. We got the
Oh,
money.
you're talking about Mark Davis's house?
Yeah.
Yeah. It almost looks like where his house is. They took the Intermountain Center and put it up there. It's almost the same. It's got to be the same architect that's working on it. Looks just like it.
You still got that picture pulled up because I forgot it looked like. I don't have that.
No, I don't. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
Take a look.
Well, I'm thrilled about this season coming up, OG.
How do I feel? Okay,
yeah,
there's been seasons I've gotten my hopes up, and afterwards was sitting around halfway through the season going, man, I'm wasting my time. I've been down and out.
No, I don't.
There's years. Then there's years where, and I'm going to tell you right now, we had this new coach took over. I was a teenager, and his name was Tom Flores. I was like, this probably ain't going to be good.
I felt the same way.
Guess what? I was wrong, and I was loving being wrong.
I was wrong.
Let me be wrong. And here's how I feel about the season. We're going to be competitive.
Yeah.
We ain't ready yet. We need one more off season. Then we're going to scare people. Right now, we're going to be competitive. That's how I feel.
This is Cool Kev, come on in here, man. Ask him a question. Got here. Yeah, I'm like you because the AP hype. I was one of those guys like jumping off the couch and like a little kid, like yeah. I was happy because of what happened the season, the half season that he had. Thought we were gonna turn the corner. Boy, was I wrong.
Yep, I was wrong. All eyes on G. I said that afterwards. I didn't think that it was going to turn out the way it did. I didn't realize how it would go at the beginning of the season. You're right. I'm not going to sit there and say I was right. No, I was wrong. But about most things, I'm wrong. So if I sit there and go, we're going to suck this year, okay. But I don't want to say that. I think we're going to be competitive. I just think that we need one more off season to get to where we need to be.
What do you think, Chewy, about that?
No, I agree. I mean, like I was saying this today, I think we're definitely a step up from what we were at last season. Now, I don't expect us to go deep into a playoff run or go to the Super Bowl or anything like that. But I do see the team being more competitive, and I do at the end of the season, I want all the other teams to be like, hey, Raiders is the team to watch out for next year. You know what I mean? Like if we could be that talk, bro, then that's what I'm happy with. You know what I mean? Rather than us having 4-game wins, like who the fuck wants to watch a winning season, a season with 4 wins? You know?
No.
If we could be the talk, like, hey, these guys they're the shit, man. Like they're the ones to watch out for. Then that's something I could be happy with.
I saw a video today. Some guy on YouTube. This guy was talking about, I hate the Raiders. Rah, 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 rah. Don't be surprised if they are scarier this year because this team is my dark horse. I'm like, what? Sitting there talking about hating on us, and it calls us the dark horse.
Hey, OG, you got something going with Cool Cat because he's saying that this is the first time OG admits to being wrong by a lottery ticket.
Let me explain something about me and Cool Kev have talked for years and years and years.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I got a soft spot in my heart, for the mentally disabled. So no, cool, Kev, you're my boy. No, we're friends, man. We don't. He likes talking shit at me. I like talking shit at him.
No, that's cool. I'm just
Love
saying,
the guy. I love that guy.
that's what I was wondering. Like he said something. Why Chris? He said, Chris, why you ask that question? Then put that in.
Look, all eyes on G does the same thing with me. Cool Kev, Jack Kenna, like all these guys. We've been talking crap at each other for years, and it's been fun.
Kuki has always been in Jeff's chat, our chat, and everybody's chat. And he's like always saying something good.
Oh yeah. Oh
always
no,
saying,
he's got some funny stuff to say. There's another
yeah,
guy I
he always
haven't
says
seen in
something
a
good.
while named Mike Guerrero. That guy kills me. I haven't seen him in a while, but
He was on a couple nights ago.
oh, ask him about bull milk.
I will not ask that question. This is a kids program.
Michael Guerrero one time went in the chat and shared this story about how he accidentally milked a bull when he was a kid. He made the whole thing up, but we were all dying. I mean, there's some sick people in Raider Nation. I'm one of them.
Well, yeah.
We put
That makes Raider Nation dysfunctional and sick.
We put the funk in dysfunction, bro.
Exactly. So, Cool Kev, it's okay if I ask OG what's his record prediction? Is that okay with you, Cool Kev?
I don't do record predictions.
What?
No. I'll do one right now.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, let's go. The world want to hear it.
Our floor.
Wait. He's EF Hutton. When he speaks, everybody.
He's verified, right? Yeah.
Don't listen.
All right, let's hear this.
When I speak, don't listen to a damn thing. Okay, so here's how it works. Here's how I see our floor this year. I've been looking at the schedule. We got the easy schedule. I see our floor is 9-8. I see our ceiling is 11-6. That's just where I see us.
I said the same shit.
Now we're gonna lose to the Titans, and we're gonna beat somebody really good, like either the Eagles or somebody we ain't got no business beating. That happens every year.
OG said the same thing.
Wait, you said lose to the Titans?
That Titans game scares the hell out of me for some reason.
Lose to the Titans and beat the Eagles, and everybody's going, what the hell?
And I told you, the
Raiders.
That scares me.
That's bold.
The friggin' Raiders. Because we do that stuff. It happened last year.
Isaiah R, I might be going out there too, bro, to the Titans game as well. I'll be at the Niner game for sure, though.
Yeah, that Titans game, that's one game that really scares me. Like, Titans, I don't know how good they're going to be this year, but like that's one of the games that we'll lose at home.
The Titans are going to be a hot dumpster fire juice.
Okay, I don't think so.
But the Eagles, we're going to beat them, and everybody's going to be like, "What?" And let me tell you why. Last year we beat Baltimore. We got no business beating Baltimore and lose to the Panthers, right? So you're talking about this year we got the Eagles. Why are we going to beat the Eagles? Because Saquon Barkley is on the Madden cover. They're cursed.
Eagles, yeah, I mean.
How's that for scientific stuff?
Bueno, you get those backwards. Did you mistype that?
That was
good.
I
don't think we're losing.
You know what? Last year's Raiders, even before that, I believe that. I believe that.
I'm not going to say the Jags are going to be that bad this year, man. I'm a little concerned about them too.
Trap game after the bye week. We never come out of the bye week sharp, no matter who's coaching.
Ooh, yeah,
it's different, bro. We got a
situation where we can't stop a tight end, no matter what generation or what era we play football in. We still can't stop tight ends.
Wrong. Who's the guy that used to play for the Chiefs that Stuart Schweigert used to beat the hell out of? He's a Hall of Famer. Tony
Gonzalez.
Stuart Schweigert was his kryptonite.
I don't know. Tony Gonzalez still had some amazing games against us.
Type
so
in
Antonio Gates. So did Kellen Winslow. We always
type in Raider Classics and then look up Stuart Schweigert versus Tony Gonzalez. Stuart Schweigert used to beat him up. I love that. See, I've been watching this for a while. I've been a Raiders fan since 1974, man. I've watched a lot of Raiders games. The only times I ever missed games is when I was deployed overseas. Okay. When I was in the Navy, we were out the middle of the ocean. There's no TV. Okay. You got old videos that you can watch over and over and over and over again. Back then, now there's technology. You can watch that stuff. But no, Stuart Swagger used to beat up on him. I missed a few years while I was in the military, but I also became a season ticket holder when I was in the military because I got to pick top of my class what duty station I wanted after navigation school. And I'm looking down the list. I got Hawaii, Italy, all these places. How far is Long Beach from LA? And they said Long Beach is part of LA. I said, I'll take that. And they looked at me like I was crazy. But first thing I did when I got to the base, I had a couple of paychecks that I just cashed, went to the Ticketmaster and bought Raiders season tickets. Because I'm from New York, man. I don't, and I started getting Raiders season tickets whenever I was living there while they were there.
That's nice, man.
So, also got to meet Ensign McCallum. Got to salute him.
Just a reminder to everybody that's in the chat, make sure you hit up all the channels that are on the screen right now. You got Chris for Raiders. You got my guy down below there, Chewy NFL News and Podcast. Make sure you guys get over if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe, hit the notifications, the little bell. He's streaming from his channel right now, so make sure you guys show him some love too. Give him a thumbs up on this. OG's got a channel. It's the Chronicles of the Black Hole, so make sure you guys get over and hit his channel up too.
If you like history and old stories. I usually don't keep up with a lot of new stuff. A lot of stuff I do is the history.
Up 805.
Yeah, I'm younger, bro, so I'm always down to learn Raider history. You know what I mean? I don't really know too much when it goes to the years back then. But
next Saturday night for the 28th on the Last Call podcast for Chris and I, we're gonna have a special guest on next Saturday night. We're gonna have the Violator on with us. We're gonna be interviewing him next Saturday night. So
yeah,
he's a cool guy.
That's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, I'm always open to learn Raider history, bro.
Yeah, that'll be a good show. Well, because he's an old school guy like Chris and myself and OG. That's been a fan since we were all kids, and also
before the Black Hole, Violator went to the games in LA. He used to dress up as Violator, and I dressed up as Beetlejuice. And I met him at one of the games. We high-fived each other. There was no Black Hole at the time. That didn't happen until they moved to Oakland. But I didn't go to Oakland because I was in LA. But I met him there, and I interviewed him, and we talked about that. And he went, "Holy crap! I remember you in that voice. That's right." And he sent me an autographed copy of his book. Great book, man. You got to get that book. You learn a lot of history from some of the books that were written about Al Davis. You learn a lot of history about there's a thing called Raiders Classics. It's a channel on YouTube. Go watch it. Now, understand it ain't like today. When the Raiders were down 20-0 against Pittsburgh, this is in 1981, and the Raiders came back and whooped them. And I watched that game on TV, but what was cool is I remember sitting there biting all my nails off, even though I knew the outcome of the damn game. Great stuff on that channel too.
Yeah.
I don't know who runs it, but Raiders Classics, you get to see the glory days of the Raiders.
Exactly. Yeah, I ain't seen that. Yeah, when I started watching the Raiders, religiously on Sunday, should have probably been in church, but that's when we had Jamarcus Russell was when I was a fan. I started watching.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
We cycled through Campbell and Pryor and Carson Palmer and all those fucking guys.
You came in the lead to the dark days, man. That's when we were really
good. But so you are definitely a hardcore fan if that's the case.
That was you came in those days, then you are a fan.
You
Man,
are
my
a
whole-
badass hardcore fan.
yeah, my whole family is Niner fans. There's only 3 Raider fans in my family.
It's only 2 of mine. Me and my son, and my wife's on
What's up, Isaiah?
I'm it in my
And then
family. There's just
Cowboys
me.
got that. Everybody's just Cowboy fans, like whatever.
Well, everybody, I'm from upstate New York. Everybody's either Bills or Jets fans. I'm a
Hey,
Raiders
Cynthia,
fan.
hey, I didn't forget about Card, bro. I'm from Fresno, so I fuck with Card. I fuck with Adams. Anyone, all the guys from Fresno. I always rent for them.
Well, you
Well,
want to
that's
hear something
That's like
bad?
where I live. You got a ton of Pats fans around here, obviously, but before the Patriots were a thing, the Giants were big around here. Because before the Patriots were on the TV market, everything was New York Giants, because that was the next market from this area was the Giants. So there are a shit ton of Giants fans, old school Giants fans that live up in this area.
Oh, let me ask you.
There's not as many Jets fans up here.
Yeah, but those Giants fans, how'd they do against the Patriots in the 2 Super Bowls they played them? Screw the Pats. Anyway, no, but I'll tell you what. Look at me. I'm ancient, okay? You want to find out how old I am? You're going to cut me in half and count the rings. The last time the Raiders won the Super Bowl, I was a senior in high school.
Damn.
Well, then you're not ancient because I was 2 years out of high school already.
I was still swimming in my dad's net.
Well, no, you're ancient too.
No. I'm not ancient. I'm vintage.
Yeah. I'm a vintage wine, right?
Yeah, that old wine you see in a bottle that got like 2 tons of dust on. That's me.
Yeah, see, and I'm old rotted punkwood. Okay, you ain't counting no rings. It's all
What's
rotted.
up, Leo? What's going on, brother?
Shout out, Leo.
Chewy was still swimming in a ball sack.
I was still swimming, bro.
He wasn't even swimming. His dad probably just getting his purity going. So yeah.
Wait. His dad might have been swimming at that time.
Exactly. His dad was playing dodgeball, man, in elementary school. So
Yeah, I was still tadpole, bro, getting it. Yeah, I'm young. I'm only 25, bro. So
hey, Leo,
what year are we talking here?
The links in the chat, Leo.
When I was born.
No, what era is OG talking about? I missed it.
He's talking about like 30s or
40s. Rings or something like that.
What? No.
Jesse,
I became a Raiders fan at 9 years old. I started watching football when I was 8. I became a Raiders fan when I was 9 in 1974.
Yeah. 75, 76 season for me.
Yeah, 76.
Yes, you're 27.
I'm 25.
Huh?
My mom was born in 1980.
Wow. How old are you again?
25.
25. Dude, you're younger than my son. My son just turns 30 in September.
My son about to turn 41.
So another guy that I have on shows that I could be their father. You and Nate both.
Yeah, me and Nate. Yeah, shout out.
My oldest daughter's 33. My youngest daughter
is 32.
My youngest daughter's graduating college next year. She's at Oregon.
Yeah.
She's a duck.
Well, my son's 41. My youngest just turned 21. So I have some years in between.
Well, her and her mother are Chargers fans, and I thanked her for
that. So I'm sorry, OG. That brings a total Chargers fan to 15 now.
Well, here's the thing. I thanked her for JPJ when he came to the team, and she hung up on me.
The real fan fight, yeah. So Lost in Translation says, have you guys ever lost a passion to follow the Raiders due to the continuous disappointment for how the organization is run in a way it's predictable with only hope? Yeah, I mean, there was some depressing years, obviously. Last season was depressing, but
lost the passion.
Like Leo just said, that's part of being Raider fans, man. We gotta live the roller coaster.
Passion's
life,
there.
We're up, we're down. We're up, we're down.
Partway through the season, you get kind of depressed.
Let me tell you, I DirecTV, the first time I come to that same ticket, I got it immediately so I watched the Raider game. And
I'll tell you this.
I would sit there and I ain't watch the game. And I say Raiders playing, I said, I don't want to see this shit show no more.
I'll tell you this.
And I know when I canceled DirecTV from that DirecTV same ticket. I said, I don't watch this crap no more. No, I can't deal with it.
I'll tell you
Direct
this.
TV.
If the Raiders won 0 games in the season, bro, I'd watch every game into the last game.
Yeah, you'd have to be a Browns fan to get to that level of low, but yeah.
No, that's just bro, that's just how I am.
Dude, never pay for direct TV.
Hey, I got used to it though. You know what I mean? Like I said, I grew up watching DeMarcus Russell, so I'm used to this shit, bro. That's how bad it is.
That was back in the day where the only thing we can watch the games, all the games, is watch that because they only had two games on Sunday and then Sunday night, and that was it. The Monday Night Football.
Nah.
But yeah, that was like $1,000. Seemed like wasting my money.
I don't pay any money to watch the Raiders.
Yeah, my shit's free.
Me too. I don't pay anything.
Me either. Thank you, Meth Streams.
This year I'm going to 2 games, so I'm gonna spend some money. But yeah, streams are the way to go.
10 straight games.
Fuck buying a Sunday ticket, bro. Just stream everything. It's all free.
Yep. But here's the thing, man. Been doing this for over 51 years this year. Okay. Have I lost the passion? No. Do I get mad at my team? Oh, hell yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Since Al Davis, and I'm sorry, everybody reveres Al Davis, but he had his years where he went senile, looked like the Crypt Keeper, made bad decisions, Jamarcus Russell, and a lot of bad decisions. And I knew this is going to hurt us for the next 10 years, and it did. Okay. Yeah. We're going to get better. Mark's got guys in place that he hired, and he's going to step back and let them do it without any interference. Okay, he's smart like that. Plus, he did the one thing that Al couldn't accomplish. He got us our own stadium. So he needs to fire his hairdresser, but otherwise the guy has made smart decisions.
You guys have ditched the bowl cut.
Well, understand this. When he started off with this, he was worth $600 million. Now he's worth what? Almost $3 billion.
$3 billion.
He ain't dumb.
$3.6 billion.
He ain't dumb. He ain't dumb.
So let me ask you guys this: How do you guys feel about the move to Vegas from being in Oakland?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Whoever. Yeah.
Okay. I was a Raider fan when they were in Oakland. I was a Raider fan when they were in LA. You know, the happiest kid on the block. Nobody can touch me. Then went to Oakland. I was sad, but they were still in the state. The thing that was worrying me so much that they were going to move to San Antonio.
I heard that too.
That would have killed me. I would have totally. I've been a Raider fan still. Don't get me wrong. But I've been devastated. Moving to Las Vegas, okay, they're still within striking distance of me. I know that OG lives in New York, but still, that's still close to the fan base, the Oakland fan base, the LA fan base. So I like, all right, Mark, you did good. Not going to San Antonio, but you did good.
I agree with Cool Kev, though. Nobody wants to play in California. Taxes, bro.
Yeah, well,
motherfucker.
That's the way it is.
Cheeto Linus said $5 billion. Okay, wow.
Is it $5 billion?
Yeah, well, understand he don't just use that stadium for Raiders games. I mean, there's a lot of events that go in there. He gets paid for. So,
that's all. It was 6.3. It's just I thought 6.3. I looked it up. Well, it was about 2 months ago, so it might be a little lower now.
So, hold on.
What was that question you asked?
I didn't get a real answer from anybody.
What did you ask?
Raiders moving to Vegas.
Like, was that a thumbs up or a thumbs down on Raiders moving to Vegas?
Chris?
I already answered that. I say I'm fine with that because I thought they were going to win San Antonio. That would have killed me.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Jeff, what do you think about that?
I mean, being on the East Coast, I really can't say I have an official opinion on this. I never got to see them play at home in any of the 3 cities they've been in now. So I've never seen them play in LA, never saw them play in person, play in Oakland or in Vegas. So I never truly got to experience the Oakland mystique of being there for a game, nor LA. I've yet to get to Vegas. I'm kind of hoping within the next season or 2 I can. So it is hard for me to answer the question, but I can still give an opinion on it. I think for the overall aspect of the team, business-wise, going to Vegas was a no freaking brainer because of the amount of money that the team can make in so many different aspects and allow the team to do more. I mean, look at the training facility alone. As much as everybody liked Mecca, you couldn't have that type of facility out there. There's no way. You weren't going to have that type of stadium in Oakland. There was no way California or Oakland was going to pay for any of that. You wouldn't have even had that in LA. Look at the piece of crap they built in LA now at SoFi. It's a shithole. All I hear is people that go there complain about how bad it is. So for me, on a business standpoint, and I know Lost in Translation just said it too, business-wise, it was a no-brainer. I mean, it allowed the team to do so much more. I think now that there's enough people involved with this team that weren't before that can have a better decision on where we go forward. I mean, Mark Davis is making money hand over fist right now. So he can do some of these guaranteed contracts because that comes out of his pocket. What he pays for coaches doesn't affect the salary cap. Guarantees don't affect the salary cap. That's all bonuses, signing bonuses. I mean, you hit somebody with a high signing bonus, that comes off the owner. That doesn't come off the salary cap. So having all this extra money allows you to do this stuff that other teams can't. Like some of these Jacksonville, Khan's their owner. I mean, the guy's a billionaire. But you look at some of these small markets, they can't afford to do that. Yeah. Absolutely not. So it's a different situation for us now. I mean, the stadium alone, I haven't been in it, but yeah, Leo, you're right. We're no longer cash poor.
We were cash poor in Oakland. We were pretty broke in Oakland.
Yeah,
me personally, we were in Oakland, the mystique in Oakland, it was the fact that it's a working class city, it's a blue collar city. That's what this team was born and raised on, was that blue collar, in your face. We're just going to grab you by the throat and just roll you. Now we're a different type of city that we're in. Yeah, it's still got its dirty, gritty pots in Vegas, but it's not like it used to be. It's not the old Vegas.
That's every city got their dirty parts, man. That's every city.
Yeah, but like when I was there in Vegas the last time was back in '85, and that's the old strip when it was really like, you took a chance walking the streets there because it was a little bit rough. Now it's a family-oriented location. Now it's a tourist attraction. It's the number 1 tourist attraction in the world. Everybody and their brother want to go to Vegas at least one point in their life. I mean, it's a perfect location. I just think if we moved anywhere, that's the place.
Yeah, remember that.
If we went to San Antonio, it would have sucked.
OG can verify this. You remember in LA, they played the Coliseum. They were only about 5 blocks away from the South Central, the worst part of LA. That's all. You cross the street, Figueroa and all that stuff. Then you go for the Broadway in Maine. You in the heat of like the worst part of LA.
Okay, but in fairness, on Sundays during football season,
they did close it down.
Didn't everything they shut that down. If you're wearing a Raiders jersey, you're safe. 1.
Yeah. They just shut it down.
2,
but the fact is that this is where it was located. Everybody here knew. Oh, LA, this South Central LA. It's called USC, Universal South Central. Yeah, it's right there. But during USC games, during the Raider games, the city was shut down. And matter of fact, the police department hated when the Raiders had Monday night games there. Man, night games, they did not like that. They were trying to tell NFL like, can you not have night games here? It's not called Monday afternoon games. It's called Monday Night Football.
Right. Well, here's the thing. When the Raiders were in Oakland, I never got to go to a game there. Okay. I was a little kid in upstate New York. We had a black and white TV. Okay, so you didn't see the other team's colors; they were the black or white. You know what I mean? When they were in LA, I was stationed in Long Beach. I used to park at the DMV. You know why? Free parking, and no one was there.
Oh yeah, that was a good walk.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, yeah, it was a couple blocks, but then you had to walk through this one tunnel. You knew all the homeless people were pissing down there.
Yeah, I understand.
And you had to come out of there and tailgates. If you're wearing silver and black, you're invited to everybody's tailgate. That's the way it was in LA.
You
Okay.
walk around the whole Coliseum and go, everybody's tailgate the whole
Yeah, everybody invited you.
time.
Now that they're in Vegas, though, okay, here's the thing about Vegas. We had to share a crappy antique stadium with a baseball team. We had to share, and then we had
Really?
then we had a Coliseum we couldn't sell out. There were just too many seats, and it was a lot of times the urinals would flood.
Yeah.
Mark Davis got us to Vegas in a brand new, custom, beautiful facility. Do I like to move to Vegas? Absolutely, I approve. Not paying for a ticket though yet. Those tickets are high there. I used
Yeah,
to pay I used to pay $34 a game for my season tickets, and they had good seats. Seventh row, 40-yard line seats. $34 a game for home field or
300
home game for
yeah,
season tickets.
Oakland had their mystique about this, about the Raiders and everything else. LA had its own. They weren't there long enough to really get it. I mean, they got it going, but they really did that long enough. You know, NWA and Ice Cube and all them guys promoted that. But the thing was that that's the only chance I got to experience the nation, LA, the Raider Nation, because you can go just like you said, walk around the whole Coliseum, go to everybody's tailgate party, and like you said, like you mentioned earlier, that when the Raiders play, even the UFC play, they shut that city down. There's pretty much you couldn't do anything wrong from start of the game to the finish of the game. After that, if you stuck there after the game's over, then you're in bad luck because the city turns dark again. But other than
Well,
that, it was fine.
usually after the game, it was like, I'm gonna leave 5 minutes early to avoid traffic. That didn't work. And
Yep.
then I had a pounding headache from all the noise, and obviously hydrating on beer is not a good idea. It's better to
What
have
beers?
water.
What beers? Like $2? I remember those beers.
No, they weren't $2. They were like $4 or $5, but
No, that. Well, I knew somebody because I work for a beer company too. So, and we delivered we delivered cakes there. So I knew which ones to go to. Hey, Chris.
yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong, the LA games, there was this one guy who would hold a tailgate every home game, made the best carne asadas on his grill.
There
Oh
you go.
my God.
Well,
I made
I,
friends. I made friends with that dude.
I don't know. They were cooking so much stuff out there, man. You're like, by the time you got in the game, Chewy, you were too full to go inside. You're like,
You're not going to the concessions in the game. You were stuffed.
no. And concessions were losing all kind of money because they were cooking up. I
Yeah,
remember one game I went
uh,
to. I remember Lee OJ went to one game. It was let's see, was it Colts or one of the East Coast teams, Midwest teams, Colts or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but this guy had a spit. He had a spit. He had two pigs and a chicken on it. Like 4 chickens. This thing was huge.
wow.
He had a big giant hog, but he had like the pigs, like a few inches. And the line of one that thing was, it was so long. I barely got anything. And he had it setting it up. And he was there to the end of the game still serving food. Some people he missed a game because of what he was doing.
Yep.
So like, yeah, because one guy asked me, did you go inside? Not yet. I'm still waiting. What's the score of the game? Well, I think it's halftime now. But that's how
Yeah,
fun it was.
And
yeah.
and
I've been to the new
carne.
stadium. I went last year for the Niner game preseason. That stadium's nice, bro. The new stadium's clean.
I
I'm
want
I'm going
to
to
take
the
a
next
tour of
game
that
too in
stadium.
August. I'll be going to the Niner game, and I'm trying to make it to the Titans game. But I'll for sure be out there for the Niner game in August.
I would love to take a tour of the stadium, and that's a lot cheaper than a home game ticket. But
It
I
is.
would love to take my wife to Vegas, take her to the Flamingo because they have actual live flamingos in there. It's her favorite animal. I want to go on a tour to stadium, but by then, if they don't get my back fixed and my legs fixed, I'm gonna have to do it with a walker. I want to go up and see all of it. I want to tour that stadium. I want to see everything because the history, the culture, it's so rich. And I don't know, man. It's just there's something about the Raiders. Always has been, always will be. Because there's 31 teams in the NFL and the Raiders.
Exactly. Thank you.
Straight
Exactly.
up.
It's like
Yeah, Cheeto, I win in August, bro.
it's the Raiders and the rest of the NFL. You know, it's like that. See something here.
Titans game's your birthday? Yeah, I plan on going to it. I plan on it, but I already got the Niner game locked in.
Oh. You need to if you're going to the Titans game, that weekend is the Fred Blitnikoff dinner, charity dinner.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Make friends with Raiders Fan Radio, Murph, and then meet up with him. Because the people he's meeting up with, he's taking them with him when they make their $10,000 or $15,000 donation because they raise money for that Blitnikoff Foundation every year.
Yeah.
And guess who's there? All the old Raiders, Mark Davis, the coaches, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, you go into that dinner, you're going to see people like Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen, all the greats. They do it big. It's like a team reunion thing. The Raiders are the only team that does that, by the way.
You talking about the alumni stuff?
They have an alumni day, and then they have the Blitnikoff dinner.
Yeah. The alumni, they're the only team that does an alumni thing like that. Because they're so rich in history, they celebrate that every year.
Yeah.
You name another team that does that.
Here's the thing about that, though. The Raiders don't retire jerseys, okay? Because we've had so many great players. We'd have to wear three digit. We'd have to wear high 3-digit jerseys, okay?
Yeah, we're on numbers.
But there's one number that does need to be retired. Because the NFL doesn't allow the number anymore. Retired Jim Otto 00.
00, yeah.
Retire that number. He just passed this last year. Retire that one number. I'm telling you. Okay, $300 a ticket for that dinner. Okay, Cheetolinas, I'm paying that to meet with these people. I'm bringing in a bunch of jerseys I'm buying, having some signatures put on them too. But yeah, I would love to go to that game. I would love to go to that dinner. I have a little bit of Raiders memorabilia. I have a signed Lyle Elzado jersey, and I have a Hunter Renfrow signed helmet, full size helmet. But I would love to have several jerseys signed by some greats. That would be awesome. The first guy I'd go looking for would be Phil Villapiano.
I don't have any jersey. Do I?
I only have one jersey that got stolen.
I think that's it.
I only have one jersey that got stolen. So other than that,
I got football. So I got a Bledsoe. I've got a Lane Kiffin that I won. I got a Bo Jackson football. I got a mini helmet with Mark Van Egan, Filipiano, Vela, Henry Lawrence, and then I got that poster that's got all the players on it.
Well, I would love to get a Phil Villapiano
on it too.
I would
I got Al
love to get
Davis' signature. That's my prized possession. Is that thing that
See,
sits in
I
a
would love
glass casement.
I would love to get a Phil Villapiano signed jersey. The reason being is he is the greatest storyteller of anybody in the
Oh, he's
NFL.
awesome. He's absolutely awesome. To sit and talk with him is the best.
Plus, I could sit and talk with him more about writing that book about him. We had this
Yeah.
conversation when I interviewed him, and it's been a couple of years. I'd love to sit down and go, hey, when are you going to be in Jersey? I'll go up there and I'll start I want to write your story because he tells stories about everybody else. I want to know the stories about him. You know, I think the greatest storyteller in the NFL deserves that kind of recognition. Although I wouldn't mind getting a signed Bo Jackson, that'd be pretty cool. And Marcus Allen.
I got a football. I'll take the football.
A jersey would be great. A football would be great. I got a full size helmet signed by Hunter Renfrow, even though he's not with us anymore. But that's one of my favorite things to have.
Yeah, I got a Willie Brown.
Okay, guys, my ears are getting very warm. Like I've been sitting with these things on. It's 90 degrees out. I'm in South Carolina, so nice.
I got a Jack Tatum one.
Oh my God. Oh, you know who else I wouldn't mind having something signed? Oh,
it's got the certificate of authenticity on the back for Willie.
I would love to have something signed by, although he's not alive anymore, Matuzak. John Matuzak, the Twos. I would love to have something signed by him.
I need to put these up. I need to get this. This is just in a protective plastic sleeve. I gotta get this put in a regular frame.
Okay, but when you do it with acid-free matting. Trust me, I used to be in the art business. Acid-free matting will not deteriorate the image.
Okay, good. It's not stuck.
Jack Tatum, that'd be cool as hell.
When is this done?
All right.
Yeah, the one at Willie Brown was from 2002.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. When was this done?
Oh, Lester Hayes. I'd love to have something autographed by the judge.
Yeah, make sure
this was done in LA.
Make sure you have no stigma on his hands when you do it. So yeah.
Shake hands and you can't get rid of him. No.
You won't get your pen back. You'll say stuck. I can't get off.
You know what's sad?
What's
Everyone was using Stickum. They just highlighted him using it when he stuck both arms into the barrel of it, slapped it on himself, and caught an interception on his shoulder. That's why they outlawed it.
That he's supposed to wear silver black, but it's just always with brown and black. Brown and black. And the referee, it was one game. I think it was. Let's see if I can find that. The NFL they had the goof films. Referee looked at his jersey like that. Look at double take like, what's your number? I couldn't see it was so bad.
Yeah. See, and here's the thing, Chewy. If you go watch NFL.
Alec?
The Raiders Classics, right?
Yeah.
You're going to see games with guys like the Soul Patrol.
Yes.
You're going to see one of the greatest defenses, one of the greatest teams that ever played in the 76 Raiders and the 81 and 83 Raiders, the best teams that ever played the game, man. Go watch, just pull up NFL Classics and type in Raiders and see what they got and just watch those old games, man. You're going to be like, holy shit, why are their shoulder pads so big? But you're going to see, what was the tight end we had? Christensen. Todd Christensen. I wanted to interview he passed away. I wanted to interview his son. his son didn't want to go on camera, but he gave me all kinds of information on his dad so I could do a deep dive on my show. And he has a channel for his dad. Let me tell you something. What was the guy with the one-handed catches everybody thought was so great lately?
Beckham.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, screw that guy. Christensen was doing it back then. One-handed catches, bobbling catches, crazy catches. Like, it's...
The way Todd moved, you won't think he was a tight end, but he blocked when he blocked, he not people on their butts.
Yeah, he
But
pancaked people
ball,
as a tight end.
When he caught the ball, he thought it was wide receiver, the way he catches the balls. He was one of those guys that come along very rarely, and he does not get enough credit for what he did.
Right.
It's a shame.
Todd Christensen was amazing. Yeah, let me tell you, Chewy, you want to check out the old stuff? Go check out the old stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, man. You're going to be like, damn, we were that freaking good. We were that dominant.
Yeah,
we punked these guys. You can see in the fourth quarter, these guys didn't want to fight no more.
Those guys didn't.
And the Raiders still tried to hurt you.
Yeah.
They don't get a plane ride to go to Oakland or then LA. One or the other. Like, what do you mean we gotta play the Raiders? Yeah, it's on the schedule. Like, no.
A lot more afraid.
It was one season that the Raiders took out 4 straight starting quarterbacks, not the season, but a game. It was a year. I can't remember the year. I had to look it up. It was one year they were in LA where they played these teams and they knocked the starting quarterbacks out of 4 straight games. then they knocked out for the season, but they didn't play the rest of the game. Knocked them out. That's what Howie Long was there, and all them guys were there. It's like just brutalizing. That's called domination.
We once had an offensive lineman who played like a defensive lineman. His name was Boomer Brown. Okay. This guy would wrap his thumb up in cast material, right? And it looked like bandages. And they'd check him before the game. And then he'd go back in the locker room, soak it in water, dip it in water, and watch it harden. And he would use it as a weapon to get up. He said, I like to get up under the pads into the nice meaty parts, right? And hurt people. And Deacon Jones, who played for the Steelers?
Yeah. No, he played for the Rams.
No, okay. Who was the guy who played for the Steelers? Did the Coca-Cola? Mean Joe Green. One of his guys opposite of him was like after in the huddle going, and Mean Joe Green said, "What's the matter?" He goes, "This guy's killing me." He goes, "I'll take him." The very next play, he gives in the huddle. He goes, he's yours. He's yours. And the thing is, what does he do? Bob Boomer Brown teaches Gene Upshaw the same trick, who also taught that trick to Art Shell. These were our offensive linemen, man. They were vicious. Bob Boomer Brown walks into the facility, and he's big. He was the first NFL player to seriously do powerlifting, right? He was huge.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm sorry, because I'm not cutting you off. I'm just saying what Alex saying. That was a fact. He was in fake cast, and Raiders played fire with fire. They were
we did too. They talked about that before. The same guy had freaking broken hand all season long.
Yeah. His hand's
and it wasn't broken. It just casted it up every game.
His forearms messed up. That was his club.
Like a club.
Yeah.
But he walks into the facilities. He just got picked up in free agency. Walks into the facilities. John Madden's there. The team's there. He walks up to the practice goalpost, pulls his sleeve up, throws his forearm into the goalpost, and it cracks and falls over. And the team, one of the guys looked at John Madden and said, "Who's that?" He goes, "I don't know. Just call him Mister."
Yeah, Chewy, you gotta watch. You gotta watch those old tapes. You look at the way they play football back then.
Oh yeah,
is what you would want now. it wasn't necessarily violent, but it was violent. You know what I mean?
It was seriously violent.
Violence. It was like
Taking heads off. Yeah.
violence.
Now, Bob Boomer Brown liked his guns too. And one night he's in a hotel for a game, and in the next room, which is connected with a door, is Willie Brown. And Willie Brown's got the TV up loud. And Bob pounds on the door and opens the door, goes, "What are you doing? Turn the fucking TV down." And Willie said, "You fucking do it." And Bob Boomer Brown shot the pillow next to fucking Willie's head. And Willie turned the TV off. True story.
Wow.
The old days Raiders did crazy shit, man. And they got away with it.
Shit, man. You
Yeah,
can't
they
get
did.
away with that shit now. Absolutely not.
No. Hell
Hell
no.
no.
Hell no.
Well, back in the day, it was like not
The biggest
looked
thing
at.
is these things are everywhere now. So you can't
Yeah.
get away with shit.
Damon Arnett making threats. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, that's terrible."
He's back in.
With who?
The Texans, right? Arnett?
Yeah. Yeah, Houston Texans picked him up.
Okay, well, enjoy that sideshow. Texans,
Supposedly he's turned his
Hey.
life around. He played in the USFL or the USL or what, a UFL this year. And he had a really good season. So
Yeah, he
Texas
did
took
good.
a flyer on him. So
He did
good.
good.
Okay, Texas gonna put money in his pocket. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he does all right, personally.
Well, Henry Ruggs is in a halfway house, and teams are starting to look at him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind grabbing Ruggs.
You know, Mark
I
Davis.
don't think I want Ruggs back, although he was getting better. But bringing Ruggs back to Vegas,
Yeah.
put a lot of nasty, bad taste in people's mouth of what he did, what happened. Although he did apologize and everything else, but it's that, do we want that? We're trying to rebuild the team again. We're trying to rebuild a different direction.
No, I get that point.
And bringing Ruggs in will get some people like a sour taste in their mouth of what he did. You know, maybe what happened.
Just remember this. Just remember this, though. When all the Raiders content creators were talking about this and put up that Tina Tintor's family's GoFundMe, Raider Nation, the guilt, we paid for that funeral and more.
Yeah, Mark Davis did, yeah. And us, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but Raider Nation contributed so much to the GoFundMe, it was all out of guilt. And it's like, are we going to take him back? Probably not. There'll be some other team will take him and go, "Oh, he turned his life and all that." Great. And good for you. I just don't. I don't see Mark Davis. Mark Davis is never going to take anyone like that. That's just, he won't allow that. There was a who was that defensive lineman who in college got into that race and two people got killed? He was racing against them. He's a great defensive end for the Eagles. We didn't.
Jalen Carter.
We passed on him because Mark Davis was like, that is not a good look for this team. A man who beats a woman will never get taken by Mark Davis because of Fred Biletnikoff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fred Biletnikoff Foundation is, basically his daughter was killed by her boyfriend. Okay. Domestic violence ain't allowed in the Silver and Black Nation. Ain't allowed. Mark,
that's why
we ain't the Chiefs.
That's why I can understand. Last year, or the year before last, we had these guys DUI and they still on the team. Mark Davis would do something because this guy was half drunk over the edge of a parking lot, drunk. Was that Snowden? Or was the other guy? One of the two guys, one of the defensive ends, was drunk.
Are they with the team?
Oh, he was on the team.
Still?
I don't know if he's still there. What's his name? He was drunk, couldn't drive out the parking lot, and his car was half over the guard railing, and just like that, he was trying to drive out. and then they come tore it out, but he was drunk. And he was still on the team that year. I don't think he's on the team now.
No, but
It was
again,
snowing. Okay,
You
yeah,
just said it was Snowden. Damn, that's crazy. He's still on the team, ain't he?
Yeah, he's still on the team.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's crazy.
I'm just saying is, how's the eyesight
Yeah,
doing?
Robson. Yeah, that's his name. Robson. Yeah, that's the guy I was thinking about. He had DUI. He's still on the team.
Hey, Robert Pena. My eyes are doing better, much better now. Thank you.
So if Martinez won't do that, it's fine. But like I said, bringing Ruggs back be great for his abilities, but not good for the nation as far as
but
salary.
I agree with that.
And we ain't the Chiefs. We don't allow, child beaters and wife beaters on the team. That's just,
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, like I said, Pete Carroll and this new regime that Mark Davis has no hands on. Thank God. Let this do what you gotta do. Like I always say, Mark Davis, good owner, did well by getting the team a stadium that your dad couldn't do. He tried. Good job of getting a nice stadium.
They just hated Al Davis.
And then your decisions were fallible. Fallible, if I'm saying it right. Just write the checks. You got some guys that can do good in business, but sometimes they do good is writing checks, and that's all you can do. Write the checks. Right. Get the right people in the building. Let the football guys do the football things. You do the business aspect. Getting that Jeff, what's it called, the training center? It's fucking state of the art. I've seen the virtual view of it. It's state of the art.
That's nice.
I don't think any other teams really have it. Like some teams probably do, but that is state of the art.
And you went and got a 73-year-old man for a coach who backpedals with the linebackers and wrestles with off defensive linemen. Like,
did you see that? I saw that. He put him down.
He's 73 years old, got more energy than Max Crosby, and this guy is like biologically 26. I mean, that's our coach, man. We got a good one this time. We know
Max Crosby's already pissed off right now. I say because Max Crosby always be the first one in, last one out. He goes in the building. Guess who's there? Pete Carroll.
Yep. More energy than Max. And biologically, this 73-year-old man is probably 26.
Yeah, I agree.
With his energy levels through the roof. I saw a video the other day. He was jogging off the field and he passed one of his players, and the player sped up like, "No, I am not letting this old man beat me back to the locker room."
I saw him in training and the OTAs, because he was with these guys slapping around, blah 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 blah, and then he went to the office. He's running, and a couple of D backs ran with him. He was ahead of him, like Jesus. He's outpacing the DB guys. I mean, it's a dog, but still,
that's good for the players too. Because you know what I mean. When you see your coach out there doing that, it makes the players like, I can't let this old man.
No, right? How's the old man showing me up?
Exactly.
What's up, my 2 cents?
It's like me and Joe. We ran down the street, and I'm ahead of you. You're like, what the hell? No.
You know, the last time they had a guy with that. You know, the last time they had an old guy with that kind of energy, his name was Run
Jones.
Yeah. This is an old man who's a water guy. He was an equipment guy. He's all that. But he had that fired up energy, and he was an old guy. And the team were like, damn, I want to be like Run.
Yeah.
We'll Google search up for Run Jones, Jess, and just see what the guy was.
A legend.
He was awesome. He was, yeah.
He's a legend. Run.
Isn't he one of the ones that got hit in the face with a snowball or something too at a game, or in the back of the head at a game?
Wasn't it Buffalo? It was in Buffalo.
Maybe.
Right? Wasn't it him?
It was in Buffalo. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it wasn't a snowball. It was more like an ice ball.
Yeah.
It
did a number on him.
Yeah. I think it was Buffalo.
Yeah, he was. The players loved him. I mean, he was just.
He was a legend.
Awesome, dude.
He was a legend in the locker room.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah,
Run in his towel. Yep, before the terrible towel bullshit.
Yep.
But
All
did
eyes
that
on
shit
Jesus said,
years
run
before
in
the
his
Steelers
towel.
started that crap.
but you know what's great about that? It's like what Chewy said. That inspires players. That inspires you. Like, ain't no old man gonna outrun me. Yeah,
Philly
he's
throws
trying to outrun.
batteries too.
You know what?
Okay.
What AFC West coach can do that? Name one, dude. None of
Andy
them.
Reid can't even
Andy
run.
Reid will have a heart attack.
Yeah, he
Bahama
can't even
blow
run.
out a hip.
Andy Reid would only outrun you if he's trying to get to a fucking Shoney's. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, a cheeseburger. Trying to get that cheeseburger.
Get to the buffet before they close.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think Harbaugh has heart problems too. Didn't he left the
He's got
game
heart
last
problems and he just
Yeah,
had
my
hip
bad.
replacement surgery. So he'll blow out a hip or have a heart attack. So Andy. No, Peyton, I don't know what happened with him. Maybe he'll forget where he is or something. I don't know. Can't think of anything he's got wrong with him.
Yeah,
Anyway, well, listen, guys. I'm
in
going
the
to dip.
words of what's his name? Allen, the coach. No, Ryan. Let's go eat some fucking snacks.
Yeah.
Let's go get
Hey.
a fucking snack.
The Ryan boys.
Yeah.
Because their dad, Buddy, tried to punch out his defensive coordinator in a football game.
Gilbride,
once.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Like, what the
Von
hell?
Dave
Yep.
wants that team.
Yep. Hey, guys, I got to dip, man. My ears are getting hot. It's 11:45 here.
Check your email. I sent another email there. Let me know if you got it. Just email me back. I'll see if you got it.
Oh, I got it. Oh, TV tray.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
I sent
Cool.
the right email.
All right, cool. So I will look into that tomorrow and probably order that because I gotta get a way to set up.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
all right, guys. Well, listen. Hey, Chewy,
Well,
nice meeting you. Nice
You
meeting
too,
you,
brother.
man.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
You too.
go to that channel, watch some of the old
Gotcha.
Glory Day stuff. You're gonna lose all your fingernails, but it'll be great. Chris, good seeing you again. Jeff, good seeing you again.
Oh, geez, always
I'm
a
out.
pleasure, brother. Always a pleasure.
I'm outie, bros. Talk
All
to
right,
you soon.
Later,
Stay
Lee.
cool. Stay cool.
Later.
Hey, chat reminder. Please subscribe to Chewy. He's down below us. Jeff, of course, you guys subscribing to me. Also, do us a favor. Go and watch this same program on Chewy Station and my station because me and Chewy try to build our hours up. Jeff got the hours.
Yeah.
He don't need nothing from us.
He don't
Help
need
us out. Just switch over to Chewy Station or my station and watch us. We're doing the same thing on both all our channels.
Yeah,
Broadcast.
Yeah, Leo, that's so lame that they're doing that. That's some college, high school bullshit.
Who?
That's so lame.
Oh,
the Chargers
Jim
are going to
Harbaugh
be
gets
giving
kicked
out
out?
that, like attaboy stickers to players. Oh, you did a good job blocking on that. Here, have a sticker. You know,
Like for the
what do you
helmet.
mean? Couldn't have gotten here. You get a gold star because you didn't piss your pants. You made it to the bathroom. Here you go. Here's a sticker.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know?
Wipe
Yeah,
your ass.
all right. That's high school sub college level shit. Like you get a
Yeah.
gold star. Or like who had the best
They
drawing
didn't even do that when I played Pop
Like,
Warner.
It's
They
like
didn't
who
do
had no, that's Pop Warner. You can do that.
I didn't even do that
It's
when I was
like in elementary school, you get that who had the best handwriting in class, he gets a gold star. And you need to brag about that. It's just come on.
Well, you know what it is? A while ago, it seemed like all the college teams were doing that, and then now it's just a select few. You know, like you see, Ohio State does it. You know, they put that stupid Buckeye logo on there. I don't know who else does it, but I know that they do it all the time. They're like one of the few that I see that still does that.
Yeah, thank you. You got a few of them that do it,
but Leo, bro, I'm from Fresno, California, Central Valley.
Appreciate you guys on this. Like I said, help me meet you out. Chewy just started. I ain't been around for since February. But I'm sure it's gonna pick up when the season starts. Slow now.
Get better and people will listen to you.
That's fucked up. That is slow though.
You know what? Ain't nobody listening. All right, Chewy, what's up, bro?
There you go. Got the spotlight.
Oh,
that's crazy how you guys got that's funny the picture you guys got up back there.
we're doing a baby tunnel. It's pretty cool.
It's kind of on point.
But oh man, yeah, man. So shit, I don't know, man. There's nothing really going on in Red Nation. Which it's good. It's good that not hearing anything about things. Wilkins, blah blah.
That's the bad news right there.
That's the only thing that's really, but it's not devastating news. It's devastating, but we'll see. I'm not really
What, you
worried
talking
about
about the Wilkins thing again?
It's devastating, but it's not really. They brought in a bunch of D tackles in because I don't know. And when I heard that the Raiders are changing the defensive scheme up, I don't know what they changed it to. Any word on that? Anybody hear anything about that?
I haven't heard anything. I haven't. But I don't know. We got a good linebacker, so I mean, we'll
Just
see. Just
ignore me. I'm following a fly that's like the size of a B-52 bomber flying around in here. I think he's snuck in when I came in.
One of those horse flies.
Is it a bull fly or
this
something?
fucker's huge, dude. I'm surprised you haven't seen him fly by or heard him fly by.
I see you like moving your head around, like what the hell. There's that time of year, man. I saw a fly above my patio. I said, "That's a big ass fly. I killed that fucker as soon as I could."
I leave the garage open all day long and the door from the breezeway to the garage, so they get in the breezeway. And if you don't come in the house quick, they'll sneak right in with you. But of course, the wife, when she lets the dog in, she stands there with the door wide open, yelling for the dog to come into the garage, to come in the house. So it's like, I yell at her all the time. I'm like, will you shut the fucking door? What are you doing? You're letting all this shit in.
I think you're right, but I think I did see it on Sanji's broadcast today. That's one of the guys I do watch is Sanji. I kind of because he's like you, Jeff. He's a line guy. He's like the line. So yeah, I think it was talking about the new scheme.
I gotta check that out. I haven't heard really too much about that.
Yeah, he was. That's one of the few guys I really watch and kind of get absorb some knowledge because, like I said, he's the offensive line guy. He loves offensive line and the D line, but offensive line more than D line. So when he sees something, he'll let you know.
I'll tell you, one of the things I talked with Gravy a lot about today too, we covered, which was Colton Miller, talking about him a lot. What's your feeling on what we need to do with him as far as whether we re-sign him or, what's your take on that between the two of you? We'll have Jess go first.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say re-sign him for sure, but you're definitely going to have to start looking for the future. So I wouldn't put all my marbles in on him. I would keep him for, another couple years. But I would definitely start looking for someone to come and fill in that spot because I don't know. I don't think he has too much in him. You know what I mean?
What do you think, Chris?
Well, I say keep Colt Miller for like Jess said 2 more years. I was to give him a chance to give him a nice payday, not overpriced like this, but I'll give him a nice payday because they got that guy they brought in Grant. And then they should draft. They could probably bring somebody else in. Keep him here because Coleman had a bad year because of his shoulder. Because Jeff, you explained that back in the draft days that if your shoulders mess up, especially being a tackle, you gotta have that arm. So he didn't get better towards the end of the season. Now he's healthy. Now he's out there in OTAs and mini camps and working. I would say keep him at least another 2 years. Give him a little extension. Give him 2 years. Give him a nice paycheck. But now not exuberant, but give him a nice paycheck and have him work with that guy Grant that's gonna be behind him.
Because I'll tell you how Gravy and I looked at it today, and when we both talked, we both had our separate takes on it. We both came to the same conclusion now that if we don't have him signed before training camp opens in July, that's going to be a problem. Because there's a chance you could see him hold out because he's not going to show up and stop practicing knowing that he's not getting an extension. You may see limited from him.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to make sure that we sign him before training camp starts or before training camp ends. It needs to be done before the season starts. Because here's your thing, and I mentioned the gravy. I said, because here's what happens. If he sits out, now he's already been there for all the OTs and the mini camps and everything. The offensive scheme is already set based on who our offensive linemen are, including Colton Miller being our starting left tackle. So now all of a sudden, if it comes to the point where he says, I'm going to sit out until you guys work out a contract with me, anything that they had planned for an offensive scheme goes right out the window, because everything's based on him playing that strong side or the weak side left side tackle, protecting the blind side for Gino or Aiden O'Connell. And if he's not out there, who are you putting in his place?
Yeah.
No matter
Tackles
who you
are hard
put
to
in,
replace.
huh?
Tackles are hard to replace.
Exactly.
Left
Especially
tackles are hardest.
left tackles don't grow on trees. I've said this numerous times in many shows. If you don't have the right guy to take over that spot, and based on what we have in our locker room right now, we don't have that guy. And that guy's not also available in free agency that could come in and be as effective as a Colton Miller. You know, this is somebody that we have to groom for that position, to train behind him.
Exactly.
Or if he gets re-signed, we have to seriously consider what we're going to do in the draft next year, or bring in a free agent that might not be up to his caliber yet, but can be trained or groomed that way. So if he sits out, that changes your whole offensive system, to be honest with you, because without that bona fide left tackle, you're kind of fucked. You know? So I agree with Gravy when he said we need to sign him before training camp, because if training camp starts and he decides that he's going to hold out, which he very well could, because if we don't give him an extension, what's the sense of him? He could sit out the entire season. He's got enough money where he can get fined. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to think he wouldn't, because that's not his personality. You know, so I think there's a better chance that he would still be here, but we need to get something done. You need to reward him for what he's done in the past. He's been solid with us. Yeah, exactly, Detroit guy. They need to stop fucking around and sign this man.
Yeah.
Into an extension.
And then once you see
we
people
need
getting
that position.
more money,
lose that position, that changes everything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
No, you know, when people start getting signed for more money as well, and you're kind of at the same caliber as them, and they're getting paid more, that's why I was kind of happy when they pulled the trigger on Max and gave him what they gave him before letting it go.
We did that at the right time. Because if we would have waited another week, we would have been paying through the nose for that.
Yeah, because
he wouldn't have earned the same amount of money as Myles Garrett, but it would have been damn close, and it would have cost us a hell of a lot more than what it is.
He would have wanted more, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
Yeah, you're right. I see your point. That's a good point, because left tackles are one of the hardest positions to find. A quality left tackle. It's one of the hardest things to find in the NFL. I mean, you get your running backs, you can get a guard, you can get all that stuff. But left tackle is a key, especially if a right-handed quarterback. If they don't sign him or give him an extension, he can, like I said, sit out. And then the season go through, they don't sign him. He's a free agent. And any team will pick him up, because Coleman has been a solid state for the Raiders. Solid.
Yeah. And you know, like Detroit said, that blind side, you get hit on a blind side, you're getting injured, bro. If you get hit hard enough, you're going out.
So Bueno sent me this, right? He took a screenshot and he AI'd it to turn us into women.
What the fuck?
Is that on IG?
Dude, I look pretty hot.
Is that on IG? Is that on IG?
Oh my
God.
God.
He just sent it to me in a text.
Hold on, guys, give me 1 minute.
Jess is in here too, but he kind of looks like a lesbian in this picture down below.
Oh shit!
You're like a straight butch. Wait a minute. I got hair? Hell yeah! Use that for the next thing. I got hair.
Hey, you just sent me another one.
Hey, who's that dude? Bueno?
Yeah.
Bueno, send the IG, man. Send to my account too. Oh, that was just for the next broadcast. Like, yeah. I got hair? Hell yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Cool Kev. I agree too.
What was that?
He says, I agree. Duncan needs to stop fucking around and take care of Jeff. Single-handedly supporting him here.
Yeah, get a Dunkin'. You do promo every night.
I'm almost
So
out.
complete.
Need another coffee. Need a Dunkin' run. I got coffee in the fridge.
Hey, Bob was sexy. Look at Grace Jones. She was sexy.
That would be funny, though.
I don't know if Grace Jones was sexy, but she was bald. Man. Well, no, she had hair. There's a
Oh,
couple ladies
God.
out there. Yeah, well, Will Smith's wife had no hair, so. But I still can't believe that the NFL Network said we're ranked 29th office. Which I like. Okay,
For now.
they got the
For
Saints
now.
over us. They got the Saints over us.
Again, for now. Once the season starts and they really see
I thought you
what
were.
we've got, that should hopefully change things. I can't imagine it's not going to.
I like being underdogs. So what? Yeah,
Oh yeah, because you know why? Your expectations are lower.
real low.
So there's less pressure on the team.
Mm-hmm. You think Geno Smith, the way he throws the ball and then runs around the pocket, it's gonna have and the receiving core we have Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers. Now we got Thornton and stuff like that. You think he's not gonna get the ball and Genty? You think he's not gonna get the offense going? Please.
Yeah.
Come on, they just look at those key factors and they ain't even looking at that. So, well, whatever. It is what it is. You get a new head coach. A couple of teams going to be Chicago Bears are ranked, I think, 14th because they got what's that guy named? The head coach. They got him. What's the guy about his climber over? I forget his name already. The head coach of Chicago. Who is that guy's name? Somebody tell me. I'm drawing
Coach
a
from
blank.
Chicago, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. There it is.
Yeah.
Easy name to remember. I can't remember it. They got Ben Johnson. Yeah. Well,
Easiest guy, easy name to remember, and you can't remember
I
it.
can't remember that. I can name a leek tofu, but I can't remember that.
Leaky tofu.
Well,
I want that leaky tofu guy.
Yeah, leaky tofu guys are best. Yeah, it's all because of him and this and that, and they got Caleb Williams on it. Well, I can see that. They did pretty good off season, but come on now. You haven't seen him play a game yet. And they rank way up there.
Excuse me. Fuck man. Now there's another goddamn fly in here too. It's a small little annoying one. Almost like
That's
a
probably,
gnat.
that's probably his girlfriend.
Pissing me off.
That's it.
Because
I always got food on my mind. Always got food on my mind. I like to eat.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry, hold on, guys. Give me a minute.
No, take your time, bro.
Land, you fuck. Land.
We're here for another 6 hours.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Huh? I said nothing. Oh, got block screen.
Oh, because he just went behind the monitor. Some shit. Oh, there you go. You fucker. Come here.
As long as the Raider players know how to order an Uber, you would get.
Yeah, really.
I don't think
They don't even have to order an Uber. They've got drivers on site for them. NFL provides drivers and cars for these guys to get picked up.
24 hours
and it's
a day.
not something new. It's something that was in play when Ruggs was here. So he could have done that then.
Yeah. That's been for a while. The team has that. The team has that. Drivers, like, you're out, call a ride. We have it for you. Yeah, 24-hour service.
Yeah. It's so stupid. Don't pull that shit. You know, they don't just it's just still what could have been with that kid, you know.
See, look at this. I'm gonna break it down to you. You should know that when you come from a not well-to-do family, you come from like a poor family, you go to college, you go this and that, get driving in the NFL. You get that $1 million check, that millions of dollar check.
Mm-hmm.
What the first thing gonna do? These guys buy these fast, fancy cars to prove them I made it.
Yeah.
And
Instead
they
of
get,
investing the money or putting it smart.
exactly. But they get these fast, fancy cars, these big luxury houses, everything else because something that they never had before in their life. So they get that and they want to show off. Especially and then once you make money, you might be popular in high school, might be popular in college, but when you got that money, you got all kind of snow bunnies and everybody else coming after you. So they're gonna try to impress. That's just typical what man is, what men do. Some are smarter than that, some are not.
No. We're always going to get the ones that aren't smart. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, hopefully you got some smart players now.
Well, and that's where I think part of the NFL fails too. Is this? I know that some teams have guys set up to be like mentors towards these players, these young players, and people to help them set their finances right and everything.
Yeah, that
But
was
there needs to
supposed.
be more emphasis on that. They need to realize that this isn't a job you're going to have for the rest of your life. You're going to make your money in a very short time frame, and then when you're not playing anymore, the income's going to stop unless you invest it the right way, or you go get your degree and you do something. But they think they're never going to have to work again because they're getting millions of dollars, and that's the big misconception.
And it
They're
blows
not.
like
Yeah, they need
fast.
financial planners.
It blows fast.
You know?
Yeah, they had the NFL symposium for all the rookies coming in. They do it.
They do have this supposedly,
But
like
it doesn't
LB
teach them.
says, but the problem is they need to slam that into their heads that you have to do this or you're gonna fail in the future. That's the downside.
Hey Nate, you want to come in? Nate, come on in. If you don't do anything,
He's got the link.
He got the link. He's ready to come in.
if you're not busy with the boss, which I mean your girl, the boss.
His probation officer.
It is boss.
Yeah.
Oh man, don't get me wrong, man. She's a sweet girl, man. I met her, man. Bakersfield. She is a sweet girl. But I can tell you one thing: if they get out of line, boy, whoosh, get that whip.
She got him on a whoosh. Damn.
Oh yeah, got
You got him on a short leash.
No, it was just kind of long. It's like 5 feet. It's like 5 feet. It's not the things that done had dogs where you get hold the leash and they go.
Then
to
you hit the
party.
button and it
Yeah.
pulls him back. Retractable leash.
Excellent.
You have a harness on.
I'll let you go over there, but not too far.
Yeah. Know your boundaries.
Yes. No. Not over there. Over here.
You guys
Bad
are
boy.
cooking
Bad boy. He's coming in.
He's not gonna come in now because we're making fun of him.
Nate is awesome. I love Nate, man. I met him, man. He was a great guy.
Oh, you know what? DMG just said it perfectly too, right there. He's absolutely right. Some players have entourages that bleed them dry. Yep.
Exactly. Good
Yep.
deal.
Like,
Good
hey,
deal.
let's go do this, or you should buy this, and oh yeah.
Yeah.
You ever
Like
watch
I'm
that series on HBO, Ballers, the one with The Rock?
Yeah, I watch it all the time.
And you see some of the guys that are on that. Yeah, I mean it's a made up show, obviously.
Oh
But
yeah.
they have their entourage, and some of them are just like what DMG just said.
Yeah.
That it's exactly what that's like. That's what these guys do. They're money leeches.
Yeah, you get the boys that grew up with you in the hood, like all of a sudden now, they hang around with you, this and that. You buying them cars, doing this,
Yeah.
and set them up.
They don't get their own money. They take the money from the player, or the player buys shit for them all the time.
Yeah, because they want that. You still my friend, I'll buy your friendship. Now, see, some players, a lot of players do, some players don't. But because I remember back in the day when college players get drafted, they also with their moms. The first thing they do, they buy a mama house, their dad house, their family house, and that was it. These days now, these guys are buying. Why are you not married or you have a girlfriend and one kid and you're buying a 15 or 16 bedroom house for who?
Yeah.
Who are you buying that for? Why you got 10 cars out there?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where their money goes. Instead of investment, get investment in business or anything like that, they chose the highlight. That knowing that They're knowing that they are one injury away from losing all of that money. You know, one game out.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Bueno just said it. I mean, they had a TV show on HBO that was called Entourage. It was just like that. It was one guy that was the star, in this make believe show about a movie star, and it was everybody that was around him that was just leeching money off of him constantly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I watched that show too. It's like they just drain them dry, and then they got those financial advisors who do the exact same thing, drain them dry.
Leeching on them. Yeah, not a $20 million house. That's for damn
there's no need for it. What do they need that for?
Like I said, why you need a 15-bedroom house with just you, maybe your girlfriend, fiance, maybe have a
You
kid.
don't buy anything bigger than what you need, and anything bigger than what you or your wife are going to be able to clean. Because anything else, you're going to have to hire someone, and that's going to cost you more money.
Yeah.
10 cars,
every
maybe
week.
10 cars, maybe a car collector, but these fancy cars, the cars that cost $500,000. Why do you need like 5 of those? No.
Trust me, I would be fine with a hot rod, a pickup truck, and that's it. I'd be good with that. And then whatever my wife wants to drive within reason.
I'll say
depending on where you're gonna live, $1 to $2 million on the house, at least a 3 or 4 car garage,
That's fine.
And that's it. What else do you need?
I'll get a big house. I'll get a nice size house, 4 bedrooms, 5. Because
it all depends on what location you're going to live in
and some acres.
How much the houses are in that area.
At least 1 acre for sure.
There's some acres,
I want some distance between me and my neighbor. If anything, I would do land. I would definitely buy property. Hell yeah. Because that's one thing that's usually doesn't depreciate is the property, because you're always going to be able to sell it off at some point.
Yes, I will give me a nice truck, a very nice truck, and the car. My dream car is a '67 Lincoln, the suicide doors. That's what I want, and now I'm done. I'm cool. That's all I need.
Yeah,
this fly is going to be the death of me tonight.
Huh?
It's like it's taunting me. It's flying right by the front of my face. And because I can't see it coming up behind me until it's like right about here, I can't even react to it.
Hey, Jeff, the future holds, I'll pass it to you on the screen.
Oh, yeah, great. So what? So I gas myself out in this room?
Detroit guy said he go Bobby Island. Yeah. Like remember that? Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that either.
That wasn't too bad. Island, yeah, that you had no fucking names but the sharks.
The only problem is my mother would never come and visit because she doesn't like water. Like she doesn't like the beach, like going in the water and shit like that. She'd be afraid the boat would sink.
She don't like open water, yeah.
Unless it's a moat with a bridge and a gate. That she'd be fine.
Man, I'll buy a boat too. That's what my truck's for. But I'll pull a boat.
Oh, they'll bust out another 1,000, man. Hell no, I'm good.
I like a boat.
Boats are just fucking money pits on water, man.
I'm in California, so ain't no water out here. So shit.
No, you live in a goddamn desert. Of course not. If anything, you better get a 4-wheeler or something.
I was gonna buy a land boat.
A land boat.
I want that for the land sharks. Oh man. What is it?
Nate, are you coming in or what? Or Leo or anybody that feel free. Anybody that's new to the channel that's in here that hasn't yet subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the 3 of us here. All 3 of us are streaming from our channels right now. Especially make sure you get over to my guy Chris Foray up top here next to me. And then down below is Chewy's NFL News and Podcast. Make sure you get to both of those channels. Hit that notification, hit the subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Give the like for the show today and everything. It helps the algorithm and get these guys kicking with their subs. so we can get this shit in high gear comes the season.
They
Get
probably
this shit rolling.
they probably kick off to the season start because it's slow right now. Because Jeff came in the right time when the Raiders sucked. He came in the right time. So
I had so much content; it was insane.
It's slow. It's
I
slow
couldn't
right
have asked for a better season to walk into this.
Yeah, it's slow right now, but like I said, when seems like the training camp starts, that's when start keeping gear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there ain't really shit talking about besides, what happened today with Wilkins, but yeah, there ain't really too much to cover. That's why
No, I mean right now it's just a lot of what you think about certain players, what do you think about the depth chart as it sits as of today? Who would you like to still see us try and grab? I know Griffith is still in the facility or in the area.
Oh, really?
Is he still here?
They haven't made a decision on him yet. If we're not going to make a serious push for Ramsey, after being on with Gravy today, he's kind of swayed my decision on I'm okay with if it's Griffith if we do bring him in as an additional guy in that secondary.
Yeah,
I'm just more worried about our two corners. That's all. Not so much with Bennett, but Stokes. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm still a little leery on that one.
Yeah.
I really am.
If they bring another cornerback, Stokes can move to free safety because he played that too. So that's kind of a good side of that. If they bring another veteran cornerback, I'm not saying that.
Right now, they've got us set as the base defense of a 4-2, and Gravy doesn't like that. He'd rather have the 3 linebackers out there because Darnay Holmes would be on nickel, and he's not too crazy about that either, So
Dante Holmes.
I mean, I get what he's saying.
Darnay Holmes, yeah.
Darnay Holmes. Yeah, but I'm looking at Darnay Holmes' stats. He had the exact same stats that Hobbs had. He might have 1, 2 plus or minus, but yeah, he did get pretty good.
But I'd rather have the 3 physical linebackers out there is what I'm getting at, and that's what he was saying today. I understand that, and I kind of get that now.
That's what I want. Yeah, Pratt, Roberts, and
White.
Yeah.
And again, don't forget, if comes the season and our secondary is getting more tackles than up front, like every week, if it's one of our guys in the secondary that are leading the team in tackles, that's not good. That's not good at all because that means we're either not tackling on the first level or we're not getting pressure on the quarterback and they're completing passes like crazy. That's an issue.
Well, with Wilkins going out, it's going to make our linebackers work a little bit harder too.
Yep. And that's why I would rather see us go to the 3-man, go to a 4-3.
It makes sense.
Do that. Because I'd rather have a bigger body out there at that second level than running with a nickel.
Yeah, I don't want to see our safeties have more tackles than our linebackers. That should not happen.
I gotta kill this late in front. It's just too much. Oh, I'm getting a headache. Even though I got the hat covering the lights, I'm getting a headache from it.
Yeah, that's true, Pigs.
Hey, what's up, Pigs?
They probably waiting for cuts. They're probably waiting to see who's left over. Only person I see that they can sign if they cut him, because right now ain't nobody dealing with Miami for Ramsey's contract. Nobody want to deal with that. I don't see any other team even calling him. So they might end up cutting him. And take that.
I would do that. I like that idea. That's what I want to do when the wife's ready to retire, or if the kids want to move out and we want to sell the house. That's what I want to do. I want to buy a fucking Class A camper and tow the fucking SUV behind us and just take off. She can work from the home. I can do this shit in the camper with no problem.
For real.
I'd love to do that now.
Oh, so you want to be a nomad then, right?
Well, during the season, I would follow the team around. Within reason. I'm not going to go from coast to coast, and if they're playing on the East Coast, I'm not going to drive from Vegas to the East Coast and then back to Vegas, and then like when we play the Eagles and the Redskins, or even the first 2 weeks, I'm not going to drive to New England then go to Vegas for the Monday night game, then come back out here for the Redskins game, and then back. I wouldn't do that. That'd be too much. But during the season, I would camp like middle of the country, closer to Vegas, so I can decide where I want to go from there. It'd be fun though. I'd have a blast.
That sounds like a good time, to be honest.
It would be. I'd have a fucking ton of fun. Your wife, myself, and the dog. Or dogs, for sure. Can't beat that, man. Just pull into a Walmart parking lot and just camp for the night on your drive.
Why are you at Walmart?
Huh?
You get robbed at Walmart, bro.
At Walmart.
I'll have my protection with me, and I don't mean the dogs.
I know. I seen it the other day.
Fuck the tent, man. I'm too old to deal with tents now. My tent days are over.
Oh man,
absolutely not.
Oh man, what do you guys got planned for the weekend now?
I go camping now. It's not camping. I'm glamping. I'm in a fucking camper with slide outs, recliners, the whole 9 yards. Glamping. Screw those Coleman camping chairs and tents. Absolutely not. This badass ain't sleeping on the ground anymore.
Yeah, that shit is kind of tough. Hard ass floor. Hella cold too, usually.
Yeah. Mount Rushmore Raider games. Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, at this point during the season, it's just a matter of is waiting now.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Just wait and see who's wrong and who's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the assignment's not in the air like it was when AP got hired. And everybody was pumped up, nation stand up and all that stuff. Now we're just waiting, like we've been disappointed for so many years. Is this the actual turnaround that we're gonna have this year? No, the turnaround, the turn back to where we were playing good football, where we're in games, we're competing, we're not getting blown out, getting embarrassed. 3-0 to Minnesota was a total freaking embarrassment.
Yeah, I think so. Just based on, like I always say, the coaches, man, it's gonna be night and day. I think we'll be able to see it on field.
Yeah.
What's up, Travis? What's going on, man? What did he try to say, Jeff? The bear will go right by you if it's seen you sleeping on the ground because it would just think it was another bear. I'd be snoring like one too. I'm like, fuck this guy. He's bigger than me.
Yeah.
You mean we got your busted boy Wilkins? He's all broken up right now.
Right now he is.
He's not worth shit right now.
He's not worth the money we're paying him. I'll tell you that right now. But he's not worth the money we're paying him.
No, not at this point, at least.
Dude, he didn't even play half the season yet. And that's all. Who signed the contract? Was that McDummie's or AP?
Raph is in the building. What's up, Raph? Hi, Raph. What's going on, Raph?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
What's up, man?
All right. So first and foremost, can you guys hear me? Can you see me? I know.
Wait, Raph, can you see me? I was in the chat. You said hi, Jeff. Didn't say hi to me. So can you see me?
Yes, I can see you, Chris. How's it going? Salute to you. Salute to you.
Unfortunately, we can see you and hear you. Yes, we can. I'm kidding.
I know that I can see. I know that I can see Chris, Chewy, and Jeff. I mean, the four of them. The four. Yes.
Thanks, Brian.
What's up, Raph? How you doing, bro?
Yo, I'm doing good, but I just wanted to tell you, like, I was like really worried about the situation of Christian Wilkins. I mean, what I just heard about the news that Christian Wilkins had to do like the second surgery. I mean, this is gonna be like really complicated for the Raiders defense. And I just really thought that there's no like there's no good defensive tackles to get a replace to Christian Wilkins, because I understand that Christian Wilkins was signed up for the Raiders before. I mean, that was like really shocking them all. But without Christian Wilkins, I mean, it's gonna be like a really complicated how they're gonna build the defense. I mean, if it's gonna be good or it's gonna be like the bad of last season, but I don't know, because that lesson, that injury report of Christian Wilkins, I mean, that really worries a lot.
What happened?
Oh,
Why can I not hear anything?
yeah. I'm
Oh,
sorry. You
yeah.
finished? Wrap out of here.
I
Yeah, it's
don't
gonna be
think it was done or not.
Yeah, you got, we
I
got,
heard crickets going
I
off for
happened
a
to be
minute.
looking at a different screen for a second, and I
Sure.
didn't hear anything. I'm like, oh shit, did we just freeze?
yeah, like, did we
Wow.
got cut off?
I mean,
No, I was checking him out.
I hope he doesn't need the second surgery right now, but I mean, again, it's still a wait and see. Like I said, until the NFL or until the Raiders come out and say, yes, we're scheduling it, then I'll stop worrying more and be like, oh shit, you know. But until that time comes, I'm not going to stress over it, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
What's up, Night Owl? What's going on?
Well, we know we played with Wilkins for 9 games. I mean, what? We won the 5th game. We played 12 games without him, and defense did okay. Probably did better with him in it. But like I said earlier before he came in, Rap, they bought a bunch of D tackles in to rotate in, rotate out.
I'm going to refill my coffee. I'll be right back.
They're gonna see who the best fit, who fits in there right. I mean, am I worried? Not so much. Am I concerned? Yes. I would like to see him in there every game. But I don't want to take a $40 million man, put him out there, he's still hurt, and then we lose him for the next 2 years because we still got to pay the man. You see my point?
Yeah,
So-
I understand about that, Chris. I understand. But I was like checking it all to see it was real, that it was fake, that Christian Wilkins had to miss the 2025 season. But in my case, I don't think that Christian Wilkins will miss the whole season, because he has to do like something with the injury report, and he's still to do like a lot of training. But I don't think that, well, those rumors are gonna be like really true or false, because it all depends if they have like some official information about what's gonna happen with Christian Wilkins. So that's why that I was checking on it.
Yeah, but all that came out in the YouTube channel. I haven't seen anything official about the Raiders. Have anybody seen that yet?
Probably
No.
I'll check about this.
I haven't seen anything official about the Raiders. I'm looking it up. I don't see anything on the Raiders thing. It's not even official. This word
it's
say
not
hearsay. Because
official.
like I said, I don't believe in a lot of these rumors and this that my sources say. My sources say that Carter Bradley's going to be a starting quarterback next year. Do you believe me or not? Well, my sources tell me that. Yeah,
I got
no,
it from
I don't believe your sources.
Yeah. No,
When the Raiders make it official that Wilkins is going to be out for this amount of time, or Wilkins going to second surgery, I'm not buying all that. But like I said, I'm a guy like, show me, prove it to me. This don't go by hearsay.
yeah, the
So-
sportingnews.com, they actually posted it.
Sport
Yeah.
news, that's not coming from the Raider camp though.
Yeah, no, but I know it's like, it's another outlet.
Yeah, anybody can report that. I can go right now and make a news broadcast. Wilkins will be out for the next 10 years. Well, but my thing is like, unless the Raiders make it official and they say in their from their headquarters, Wilkins is going second surgery, he can be out for the whole year. Then I have concerns. But I'm not going by what all these guys say, because the inside sources is not, to me, not believable.
I mean, that's really
Yeah.
exactly, I understand about the point, because I just wanted to tell, to Julie and Chris, because I know that I have a degree in journalism, and I understand about like the difference between fake news and official news. coming up for the official sources, and there's some like websites that creates clickbait, and they talking about shit, and I was like, who's the resources for? So I was like checking on it. I was like, that's a fake news right now, because I believe in official sources, and I
Right.
believe in something like it really matters, because the Raider Nation doesn't want to like because we're not gonna play the shit of clickbait, because we are believe in the original. We believe in the real one. We don't want to believe in those fake news and the use of the clickbait, because this is 100% real. This is 100% Raider Nation. And to be honest, right now, we give like a lot of opinions, no matter if it's good or it's bad.
Well, you use journalism, so you know that somebody printed a story. The story is to get your print out to make money. So the same thing with clickbait. The more I put out a story out there, fiction or not, the first thing they say, my sources tell me. Who are your sources? Of course, it's not going to be your sources. You can't do that. But when they say this, I hear that. But until the organization come out and say, yep, he's out for the rest of the year. Yep, he's getting a third surgery or second surgery. Yep. Okay, then I'll buy into it. But right now, I'm not going to buy it.
Exactly.
No, it was another medium. I just poured it into a large cup.
And plus, he's trying to kill that flood that B-52s in his house.
And the wife made fresh peanut butter cookies today. So now I'm chowing on them.
Oh man.
For real.
Yeah, Jeff got a drone, not a drone, but a fly. Big as a drone in his house.
Oh yeah, some fucking fly, fucker.
It's a bullfly.
If I go to bed, I will kill that fucking thing because I'm not gonna be able to sleep knowing that son of a bitch is flying.
Okay, so I'll be right back.
You go to the other channel? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about the official news. Like, because one podcaster will say, hey, one podcaster will say, hey, my sources tell me that, like I said, Carter Bradley's going to start next year.
Yeah.
My sources tell me. No, I'm not buying that bullshit until I see the rare good official news out there. So, him getting second surgery? Hopefully not.
That'll be tough. That'll be tough. He's gonna miss a lot of time.
Yeah, out the whole year next year. Not buying until I get official news. And then
I agree. Not out. There's a lot of people that are excited for this season coming up. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I don't want to wish the summer away, man, but I can't wait for week one. Mainly because the game's here and I'm going to be going to it. But
it's
exciting.
I just want to see how we look. That's what I want to see.
I want to see like the vibe. You know what I mean? How they come out.
Yeah, are we competing? Are we in games to win games, not just any game just to play a game? Are we in to win it or just to play it?
Because Pete, he has to prove himself. I mean, he can't just come in here and flop.
Who, Pete?
Pete Carroll.
He's not gonna allow that team to flop.
Yeah,
I mean, his first year coaching anyway he went. The first year was like mediocre, even USC and Seattle. They were mediocre, but they wasn't getting their butts kicked up and down the field. They were mediocre. The second year, everything changed. That's what I'm looking for. This first year, I want to see what direction we're going in. Mm-hmm. The second year, expectations should be high.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just gonna look a lot different on field though. Especially with the offense, bro. Our offense was sputtering last year.
What offense?
Yeah, really. They're non-existent.
What offense? What games do you watching, Joey? We had no offense. We had a punt. Yeah, turnover machine. That's what we had.
Yeah, we had no offense.
Cleveland had more of an offense than we did. That's not saying much because Cleveland's just plain ass.
Yeah, they're shit. Our offense was horrible.
Yeah, what offense? Like I said, we had no offense. Oh, Oh, it's story time, huh? Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, yeah. You know, like I don't know if you watched the. I think
Is
he
that for this year?
Lincoln Kennedy was talking. He was talking about every time. I said the same thing. Every time you're on a third and go and you can't punch the ball, run the ball. The defense like, yeah, they can't run the ball, so we can sit back in the zone. We can't have that anymore. If we get to the goal line inside that 20, you got to punch that ball in. Can't settle field goals. You
I
know,
think
everybody's mad at what's it called missing those field goals in Kansas City. Dude, we've been kicking all year long. He's been doing more kicks than anything else. Probably the league kicking field goals.
yeah.
Can't have that.
Yeah, AJ Cole. You think they're gonna extend him or
Yeah, extend.
have to, right?
No, the punter, yeah, they extended him. They had to.
Yeah, I would.
Well, the kicker. Wait, AJ Cole's the kicker, right?
AJ Cole, yeah.
Yeah, they had to extend him. Well, for him, well, he was had no offense. None. Jeff, what you eating on?
Huh?
No coordinator either.
What?
I said, are you eating something right now?
I just see. It's confirmed. You don't listen to me when I talk.
No, I don't.
I even held it up in my hand and I said, "My wife made fresh peanut butter cookies today."
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I hear what you say. Well, I want you to eat that goddamn chocolate chip sourdough loaf, man. I'm mad. I'm still pissed off with
I won't get that till tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm pissed off. That sounds good. Sourdough chocolate chip. Oh,
Yeah, it sounds like a toothache.
Dude, they've spent the last like 30 minutes right now. Oh yeah, I got that right here too, Kev.
what is
I
that?
got half a calzone.
Oh, Gaza.
That's my Friday night dinner. Usually is
What's in
chicken
it?
parm calzone, baby.
Oh, chicken parm.
Oh, peanut butter cookies, man, are the best. Oh my
I
god,
love
they're
peanut
so
butter.
soft too. Ooh, they're so good.
Yeah, those
I
are
love
fire.
peanut butter cookies, man. Peanut butter cookies, man. Oof. Freshly baked.
With
Now
some
I'm
milk.
hungry. Now I'm
Dude, they're
hungry.
going on 30+ minutes on that man show talking about Piano Man. That's how much he lives rent free in their head.
Piano Man.
It's like I mean, we haven't talked about him once yet tonight, and I don't plan on it.
I don't know what I'm talking about. What we talking about him for? He's
Like,
not
I don't know
important.
why. I don't know why they're letting him get to them. You
Yeah,
know,
well,
shows up, kick him, done, over with. Move
Yeah.
on.
yeah. You got monitors
Yeah,
here.
you can't give him that attention, you know. You just run with it.
Yeah, that's all
You
you
know
want.
what? He's just proven his point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Billy Joel. Yeah, piano school.
Yeah, that's all you want. Once you get attention, you go run with, like you said. You go start chatting. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we gotta get moderators on our stations. I don't know who's on mine right now.
You know what? In all honesty, my moderators don't even get a chance to kick him.
Yeah,
The second I see him pipe something, he's gone. First shot, poof, gone. I don't think anybody even realizes he's in the channel sometimes. That's how fast I get rid of him. I don't fuck around with him.
I'm not gonna tell you, but I have on Instagram. I don't know how I got him. I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
He hit me up too. He sent me a fucking ton of emails. All right, I'm not talking about him.
No. I'm not talking about him. I was saying I didn't know how I got him on there, but he's only, begging on blog. I said, yep, I can't do none of that shit. But anyway, screw him.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo.
So no big signings. So the homeboy went to Philadelphia, Baltimore.
Jair.
The
Yeah.
guy you didn't want.
Yeah, they're gonna Ravens are gonna be all right this year. They're gonna be there. I think.
Yeah. The Ravens are like one play away from making it to the big game. One play. And
Ooh.
the Ravens.
Oh, I thought you said the Raiders. I'm like, what?
We are one play away from Super Bowl. The Ravens are
I
one.
mean, a season worth of plays, yes. One play.
Yeah,
Hell
that's kind of
no.
bold.
If we did a one play for 17 games, we'd be in Super Bowl. One play. But yeah, the Ravens seem like one play away from Super Bowl. They can never get over that hump.
That's just like the Bills too. The Bills are always there, but can never get. You know what I mean? Never get it. But this year's set up for them. This year they might do something big.
Yeah, I don't see the Queens doing anything else this year. They
Damn.
might step back. They'll probably make the playoffs. They probably might win the division. Might. We don't know. But I looked at some things a couple weeks ago. You know they got win the division? The Chargers.
Really?
Huh.
Who
Difference?
said that?
Oh, God. It was a thing I was watching. It was
What's
like a couple weeks ago.
They're picking the Chargers to win the division. Get the fuck out of here.
That's why it wasn't guys like the pro football experts. I don't know what it was. The Chargers won the division. Chiefs are second. Denver in third, and we're in fourth with only like 7 wins.
I know MHRT had us at Kona had us at 4th in the division.
Yeah, we won 7 games next year. Chargers won the division. Chiefs in second by 1 game. Denver was right there, and those 3 still make the playoffs.
Yeah, Denver's gonna be all right.
Right.
I think the Chiefs are gonna take it. I honestly think it's gonna be Denver, then the Raiders, then the Chiefs, and then the Chargers.
I'm still going the Chiefs in that division. Sorry. Until somebody knocks them, until they start to falter and they show consistently in the season that they're just not that team anymore.
I think this is that year.
They're still the top dog in the AFC, man. I still gotta say it.
Yeah,
until they did enough to keep them in contention.
Yeah, until
it pains me to say.
I say Chiefs win the division still. I had no other thoughts about that because I don't see right now as it stands anybody knock them off their pedestal. So until that happens, but I don't see the Chargers win the division. I see Denver winning before they do, not the Chargers.
No, not at all.
I don't know. I just think Chiefs are exposed, man. Yeah, Kona Spain said Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders.
Plus, he's going to say Broncos. He's a Broncos fan. I mean, we should be saying Raiders ourselves, but we're being realistic and being intelligent about it by saying the Chiefs are still the team to beat, plain and simple.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, so I guess until proven otherwise. But I think this year they'll fall a little bit. I don't think they're going to be top dog like they've always been.
I still say they win the division, but it won't be a cakewalk. They won't walk through it like they've been doing.
Yeah.
By week 12, they are clinched the division. I don't think it's going to happen like that this year. If they do win, it's going to be tight. It's going to be close. It might come down to that last game of the season against the Raiders.
Well, I feel like all their games aren't going to be so easy on them. You know what I mean? I feel like people are starting to figure them out now.
Well, we already figured them out, but you just couldn't pull it off because we had bad coaching. We already figured them out. And that's what Philadelphia used in the Super Bowl. What the Raiders did to the Chiefs that last game they played, Philadelphia did the exact same thing.
How did the Broncos have the momentum? They didn't make it past the first round of the playoffs. The Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl. If anybody's got the momentum, it's the Chiefs still. I don't understand. The Chiefs are fine with salary cap right now. They did what they needed to do. They're good.
They're not help. They signed some players. They drafted some players too. So
yeah.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
That wide receiver they picked up? Did they get the kid from
Iowa State?
What Restrepo was what from Florida, wasn't he?
Was I? No one else. They had somebody else.
Who the hell did they get? Because they got a wide receiver. I know that, and it was a good one too. Why am I drawing a blank? Yeah, Night Owl, you're right too. They do. Just when you think they're dead in the water, and then they just come right back. Although they were definitely dead in the water in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
mainly because the refs weren't on their side for that game. They were on their own for that game. Refs weren't helping them worth the shit on that.
Couldn't, not in a game like that.
What's up, Raider? What's up, brother?
If
Yeah,
those refs call those plays in the Super Bowl, bro, there'd be so much controversy on that.
Yeah, well, that ref that was calling plays like that couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Bueno said the best team the Broncos beat were the Bucks.
What was their record against the Chiefs last year?
The Broncos?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, they picked up Jalen Royals in the round 4.
Because they got an offensive tackle in the first round, I think.
You know what I said? The Chiefs wide receiver pick up Jalen Royals. Okay.
Oh, this fucking fly. Don't you ever get tired, you fuck? Land.
They don't get full. They don't like that. They fight forever.
Fucking never stop.
Now they keep buzzing around.
I almost want to put a piece of a cookie down just so it lands so I can smash it when it
Don't waste that damn cookie. Don't waste that damn peanut butter cookie. Even the hell no.
I'll go get a piece of the sourdough and put it on the table. I'll put the piece that's earmarked to be sent to you, Chris, right here. And I put the
Broncos are 1-1 with the Chiefs last year.
Yeah,
1-1.
Yeah,
they beat the Chiefs 38-0 the last time. And,
well, Chiefs gave them that game. They salary stars up.
It starts the end of the season, I believe.
Yeah, all the stars sat out.
January 5th.
Plus, if the Broncos would have lost that game, then Cincinnati would have been in the playoffs. And the Chiefs didn't want to run against Joe Burrow. They kryptonite. Said, nope. I think it's Joe Burrow.
All right, it's Blake's Tavern on Washington Street in Providence. That's where it's going to be. I still don't know what we're doing for a tailgate. So I'm debating on that yet still. I know the Booster Club's doing one, but they're going to be like a quarter of a mile, half mile down the road at a hotel. If that's the same place they went the last time, I think that's what they're doing. So I don't know what we're doing yet for the Black Hole. So, but the pregame party the night before is definitely still going to be a go. I gotta wait. I gotta hopefully talk to him this weekend. Yeah, they had. Well, yeah, they do, but I don't know if you can tailgate in there or not. I don't know what the deal is. The problem is I don't have any equipment or anything to run a tailgate. So, I mean, I've got a grill here, but I ain't got nothing to get it there, and I'm not taking my home grill. No freaking way. So I don't know what we're going to do yet.
You have one of those grills with a trailer on it. I always want one of those. No, one that hit back of your truck and tow it. I always wanted one of those.
Well, see, for me, if I mean, how often do we do tailgates around here? We don't. You know, I mean, the last time the Raiders were here was 2014. You know, they were here in 2020, but we couldn't go to it. So when you're a Raiders fan and they're coming here to play, you either have to have other people bring all their shit. Like if we were Pats fans, it'd be different because we would do it all the time. You would have everything ready to go and you'd be set up for it during the season.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I get it. Good.
You know, so it's a little bit different for me
So
in this case. Oh, you fucker.
yeah, but there is play Patriots every couple of years or every 4 years. So yeah, I get it. My God, that's all they're talking about on this show. Ray Ben's on right now. Huh.
And where?
No, I was watching some other shows too, see what they're talking about. And they not talking about
Who's
nothing.
Rita Ben on with?
By himself.
Huh?
He by himself.
Uh,
Yeah, by himself. It seems like everybody went over this channel. So
Everybody's live tonight, huh?
seems like it.
yeah,
I seen
You know,
Zach
for the
Taylor Mike.
longest time, there was only one show on Friday nights, and that was Turf's Friday night show, which Chris and I used to go on all the time. And then when Turf started doing the
Rundown show.
gymnastics for his daughter, Chris and
Oh.
I would run the Friday night show. It started off with just me running it, but obviously Chris came right along with it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a Chris and I thing. You know, we were just waiting for Turf to come back and then see what he does. But then everybody and their brothers has to. Ben's always had a Friday night show, but it was a different style show.
yeah, it was a
You
late
know?
night show too. It was late. It wasn't.
Yeah, he
early.
always started like now. He starts around this time.
Yeah,
You know, whereas we go on at the time we go on. You know, and then now there's another show that's on right now that you know it's splitting viewers and shit. I mean, we still get our viewers. I don't care. You know, but now everybody's spread out as far as watching all these different shows and everything. You know.
yeah.
I know New England is expensive as shit to live. I'll visit. Yeah, it is. The first of never worry. It is. It's super expensive sometimes. A lot of it's just the taxes and shit, and this state is so corrupt with their contracts that they give out. I mean, a perfect example is this bridge called the Washington Street Bridge. It's on a highway, I-95. They built a new part of the bridge, and just after it was built, they did an inspection on it, and it was faulty. So they had to tear the bridge back down again. Now they're going to rebuild the goddamn thing again. And now it's a battle for the contract for it, and it's a goddamn nightmare. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, and it's, you know, accusations from one side saying the governor awarded the contract to his, you know, to one of his supporters, and it's a joke. The state is so corrupt and so messed up, it isn't even funny.
Ain't the only states corrupt. All these states are corrupt, but you know it's all about the big dollars. So
Yeah.
Rudo said Trump.
Yeah, we're not getting politics right now, but yeah, you know, this is the way it is. But I don't know, Jeff. What do you want to do? You want to call it, or you want to keep going? Ain't nothing really happening tonight. Everybody spread out.
Motherfuckers.
Fine. We are good for tomorrow night then?
Most deaf.
All right.
I got a lot of shit to say tomorrow night.
How's that any different from tonight? There ain't nothing. What are you expecting? Like a big news flash tomorrow?
He's gonna come up
waiting for a response. Breaking news. Chris got something to say. So how far? So how many miles are you from Quahog? How many miles?
What was that?
No, that's Jeff. How long did it take you to Quahog from where you at?
It takes you forever because there's no such place.
Quahog is the most famous city that don't exist
Yeah.
in Rhode Island.
Yeah. Yeah, Dixon Insider. Yeah, because tomorrow's a different day.
It's Saturday. Yeah, it's most different day.
You have a new dream tonight, so you have something to talk about tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Raiders went to the Super Bowl, guys.
Up dream tonight. It's gonna come in tomorrow. I had a dream. You won't believe
Man,
what happened.
the Raiders are going to go to the Super Bowl.
He's gonna have his own Martin Luther King
Hey,
dream
yo.
tomorrow speech.
Man,
I had a dream last night. You won't fucking
Who was
believe
that?
what happened.
It's a movie Cool Hand Luke with the sheriff out there, Steve McQueen. He said, "What we have here is a failure to communicate." That's what he
Yeah.
said. When he said
Yeah, it was
that's
the
how
prison
everybody
line.
is that.
Fucking
Well,
great
I
line.
have a dream that the Raiders are gonna go 11-6 and go all the way to the Super Bowl.
If you've never seen that movie, people, you gotta
That
watch the
movie
movie.
is a fucking classic.
It's a
Cool Hand
fucking
Luke
great
is a
movie.
fucking classic.
You had Luke?
Cool, yeah, watch it.
Cool
The
Hand
old
Luke.
one. It came
Cool
back in
Hand
the
Luke.
early 70s. It was a classic. Steve
I seen
McQueen.
that. I seen that shit. When he's eating that, he's
It's
the
a
one
great
eating the raw eggs, right? Or the hard
Yeah.
boiled egg. Yeah,
Yeah, Cool Hand Luke is a classic.
that's an old ass movie.
Some movies are good. Old movies are good, man.
No, the old movies are good. Are the good movies?
Yeah, because
Movies
all
now are
real.
like- movies now are like you could just tell there's like so I don't know. It's different. They're all watered up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all CGI and all this acting. I don't care. Actors back then were better than actors now. I don't care what anybody say. They
Yeah.
actually acted.
Yeah, like westerns were better back then. Like the new westerns now aren't even the same.
Yeah, it's fake. It's not even real. They had stuff in like that didn't happen back then. What y'all talking about? But oh my god, Uptown Saturday Night. Yeah, my god, I just watched that a couple days ago. Cool. I was watching on YouTube free. You're like, what the?
Watching that
Gee,
Squid Game.
yeah, that was a good one.
Was crazy. You guys seen that?
What was that?
The Squid Game show?
Oh yeah.
I
Fucking
know
love
it.
it.
The new one comes out in like 8 days or some shit, I think. Or
Yeah, I
9
can't
days.
wait to watch the rest of
I
it.
really never watched that. What's it about?
Oh, it's crazy, bro. It's
You just
fucking-
gotta watch it to even try and explain it to you. It just
Is it like,
it's legit one of those shows that you just can't explain it. You got to start watching it, and
it's insane.
you'll get it. It's so
It's a
good.
Korean movie though, so like
Yeah,
the talking doesn't
well, you don't
matter.
have to read subtitles, which is the best because they've dubbed it over. But yeah, it's good.
it's like the Mockingbird where that was where that shit was.
No,
No, this shit is
No.
crazy. Yeah.
it's like a real life game show, but the consequences for losing are pretty damn bad. So, you just gotta watch it. Seriously, it's on Netflix. You gotta watch season 1.
That's not my kind of show. They're pretty bad consequences. What's up, Gravy?
Gravy was good, brother.
What's up, Gravy?
Oh, this is a TV series. All movies are, yeah. Yeah, I gotta watch that now since he's talking about the consequences are great.
Real street.
No, I
Bulls.
seen have you seen the trailer for it, Jeff?
For what?
For the new Squid Games?
Well, I watched the first part of this second season.
Oh, you
Because
didn't
it's in
finish it?
2 parts. They
Yeah.
played 6 episodes already. Now there's 6 more coming out. I haven't seen the trailer for. I'm just gonna watch it when it comes out.
Okay,
I'll just blast right through it and be done with it. Because this is it. They're not doing another one after this.
Yeah, that's it. It's the last one.
Oh, so the only season having?
There's only gonna be
Yeah,
10
it's only
seasons.
2 seasons.
Oh, okay.
Why
Yeah.
did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah, they have it on Netflix. Do you guys have Netflix?
Of course.
Yeah, how's it look good? Or
Oh, that shit looks good, bro. The games are insane. Like they have one where
for
they're
the
walking.
second half?
What do you mean for the second half of what?
The second half of season 2.
No, that's if you go on Netflix, they have both season 1 and season 2 fully out. You don't have to wait
No,
for any.
the second half of season 2 doesn't come out for a couple more weeks yet.
No, I heard
There's only
season-
2 seasons. They split the second season in 2.
Oh, did they? So how many?
Yeah,
episodes?
so
is it?
you had season 1, and then earlier this year, they came out with the start of season 2. It was only like 6 episodes,
Yeah,
and then
okay,
they stopped and they're coming out with part 2 of season 2.
Okay, I get
In
you.
just another week or so. It comes out in July or end of June.
Yeah,
I think it's
I
like
think it's
a
in
week
like
or
10 days or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, I seen this one. They're walking across like a big ass bridge. It's like kind of how the classic one was, the game. And there's a jump rope, and they're having to jump over it. You see, you just imagine how that is.
Oh, I can only imagine.
That
The games in the first one were good, and it totally surprised the shit out of me with the second season. I was like, God damn. I
Oh
thought
yeah,
it was
yeah, Chris, you gotta watch that shit, bro.
You know
Yeah.
what?
You'll like it. You'll love it.
I'm gonna start watching it now because I'm trying to find something to watch because I watched the Lincoln Lawyer and I just like binged it, so I gotta watch some more.
Never
Yeah, watch
watched
Squid
that.
Game. Watch Squid
Yeah,
Game.
I'll check it out.
There's 2 seasons.
I heard
So
people talk about it, but I didn't know what it was about. Like, what is the?
it's
Is
not
it
a
a
kid show. I
show? Is
mean,
it a movie or is it a
No.
series? What's it all about? So I didn't know. It's like,
Well, let's put it this way. When it first came out and everybody started talking about it, I was like, all right, I got to check this out because everybody and their brother's talking about it. I got to see what the excitement is. Dude, I watched the first episode. I'm like, oh. Then I watched the second episode. I'm like, yeah, I'm hooked. And then I just rolled right through the entire season. I just blew right through it in like 2 days.
yeah. Once the
This
game
shit's
starts,
fucking great. It's fucking awesome.
yeah,
yeah, it's the best show I've watched in a while. Probably since like
You say it's dubbed or is it subtitle?
no,
No, it's dubbed in English, so
Yeah.
you can understand what they're talking about. You know, obviously, it's like the old Japanese movies. You know, the science fiction ones where the voices, the old kung fu movies where the voices are off.
But it's pretty good though. It's not that bad where you can notice it that
No,
much.
it's not. They're pretty much like almost right on time. Like when they stop talking in their language, so does the English language. You know,
Yeah, because sometimes I don't feel like reading. Like I don't want to read this crap. But
no,
yeah,
you don't have to read anything.
All right, cool. I'll check it out. Squid Games, season 1, 2.
It's just 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
You can watch one. You can watch one and half of the second one now.
The second season. The other half's coming out next week.
Which is like 14 episodes you can watch, I think, or something like that. If I'm not mistaken.
I could binge that one night. I was like sitting there and watch. I like watching shows like I don't like watching shows where you gotta wait till next week.
They're like an hour long, right, Jeff? The shows.
What?
How long are the episodes on Squid Games? They're long, aren't they? Like 45 minutes?
No, they're longer than that. I think they're like hour-long episodes, roughly.
Yeah, they're about it. Yeah.
They're like 45 to 50 plus minute episodes.
Yeah, I don't like what shows I gotta wait next week to see, especially if they're really good. I gotta wait. So I try to wait. I try to wait till the whole thing's complete. Then I'll binge the hell out of it.
That's why you watch it now, because by the time I don't know how hard you could binge it, but
well, I'll get binge hard, dude. I get binge hard. Yeah.
But the new one comes out in like 10 days, so it'll be fairly new.
Good, by the time I finish the first season, I should be almost ready to go. Okay, I got you. You know what?
Yeah.
They're going to go and eat and watch that.
You should, bro. You love that shit. You be posting about it.
Yeah, I remember you, Robin. What's going on? You got anything to say?
You be trying to review the Squid Game after you watch it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dick inside. When I binge hard. That's it. I get my drinks, my food, everything. Leave me alone for the next 2 days.
Are we gonna shut this down or what?
Yeah, we can do that. There's nothing really going on tonight. They got other shows going on. I'm gonna go eat. Tomorrow night it's gonna be spectacular.
Just real quick, Dick's Insider, to answer your question, where is it? Right here. I just looked it up. It doesn't show a date yet as far as a release date.
What?
Hey, Robin.
Oh yeah, I seen that. That's gonna be tight.
Oh, the doc, yeah.
Yeah, we're just shutting it down. We've been on for over 3 hours already, so Chris is getting grumpy. He needs to stuff his face.
No, I'm not grumpy. I was saying though.
Chris is hangry.
Yeah, you always eat on the screen. I don't eat on the screens. Now I'm hungry.
That's why.
So I'm gonna post the link one more time for everybody. If I have an update tomorrow, when we get on tomorrow, I will provide the update on Little Raider, how he's doing. after his surgery he had today. Everything went good. Those that weren't here earlier, that's the link for the GoFundMe for Raiders family. People that aren't aware what's going on. One of our fans that follows us on our shows in the chats, you'll see him on here, is Raider 24 Nation. Their son Raider has a birth defect with his heart, and he had another surgery today to repair some holes in his aorta. Surgery went well. It was a pretty lengthy surgery. It was probably one of the most invasive one he's had since all his surgeries. So he had his chest basically cut open to work on his heart today. So surgery went well. He's still in recovery. They're going to be in the hospital at least until Tuesday, Wednesday. So we put together a GoFundMe on Wednesday night. So anybody that can give anything towards it, we appreciate it. But everything's going well. I've seen pictures of him tonight. I did post them up. I did hold the phone up. I didn't put them on the screen. But he's alert. He's sitting up by himself now tonight. The last picture I got a couple hours ago. So he's doing good. So like I said, I'll get more information tomorrow and see how he is 24 hours after surgery and see how he's feeling. So they're hoping this is going to be one of the last surgeries he has to go through other than getting his G-tube removed. But again, with the heart issue, it depends on what happens as he gets older. So there's no telling what the future is going to bring for him. But he's 3 years old, and this poor little guy hasn't really been able to, to live a normal 3-year-old little boy life. So, but they're devout followers of all our shows, and it's Raider Nation, and we do what we do as Raider Nation. We help to support people within the nation. So anything you guys can do for them, we greatly appreciate it. So, Jess, you got anything going on you need to promote or want to talk about?
Not at the moment. I don't got too much planned out. Besides probably some Madden streams or something like that throughout the week. But like I said, once I know it's slow right now, off season, but once preseason starts, you guys will see me rocking and rolling every week. So that's pretty much how I got it planned for right now until something else pops up.
All right. Yeah. So make sure you guys get over to Chewy's NFL News and Podcast, subscribe, hit the notification. He's streaming right now, so if you jump in there quick before we shut down, make sure you give him a thumbs up for tonight. And then my guy, Chris Raiders, my partner in crime for a lot of the shows that I do, besides LV Raider 10. Chris, my right-hand man on a lot of my shows, so make sure you guys show him some love. Chris Raiders Podcast. Get over there, hit that sub, hit the notification, hit the thumbs up. He's streaming also before we log off. Make sure you get over there and give him the thumbs up on tonight's show. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight, spending your Friday night with us for 3.5 hours roughly. Chris and I will be back on tomorrow night. So, Jess, if you're around, more than welcome. Anybody else that normally pulls up, feel free tomorrow night. I'll make the studio up tomorrow. And little Raider, you take care, little man.
Yeah,
have a good night's sleep.
Thumbs
I'll
up.
check with your mom and dad tomorrow. And as usual, everybody, stay safe and go Raiders.